What is happening, Turtles fans? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mutants Unleashed, based on the new Ninja Turtles Nickelodeon movie series, and I believe Nickelodeon's streaming service, like, new show. So this is a different type of Turtles game. So they're kind of bringing back the, I don't even know how to explain this, the TMNT Out of the Shadows, but with a much lighter tone. Like, incredibly lighter tone. I don't think this will have the Arkham gameplay that you guys are thinking from, you know, that, what was it, like a PS3 Turtles game? But from what I've seen, because I haven't gotten a chance to play this yet, what I've seen from the gameplay and the screenshots, it looks like Out of the Shadows mixed with a little bit of the 2003 Foxbox Ninja Turtles games on GameCube and PS2. So, will this game be better than the Wii TMNT game that released with Nickelodeon back on the 2012 Ninja Turtles? Probably not. But this could be a good game, maybe. You know, it's done by Outright, so they have a hit or miss. You know, the Transformers game they did this year did not do well. So we'll see what happens with this one. Very basic menu, so that's can be both a good and bad sign. We're going to bring the music down because there might be copyright with this stuff. Okay, already the menu system is kind of messed up. We'll want to hear the voices. This will feature voices from the new movie, so if you guys have seen the movie and you like, what is it, Mutant Mayhem, I believe is the name of it. I still haven't seen the new Ninja Turtles movie, so I can't tell you, you know, what it's about. So, two-player co-op built in. Interesting. We're going to do single player today because Amber is doing some errands for the cats. She had to get their medicine. And Amber is a morning person, so she's been up way longer than I have. I just got up. So, let's see what this is about. I guess that is your cutscene. Oh, here we go.
What do you call it when thousands of newcomers set foot in New York City for the first time? Comic-Con? A Tyler Quick concert? No, folks. You're seeing images of an entirely new wave of mutants who are calling Manhattan home. Before last night, you could count the number of known mutants with 2 hands. Now, well, some of these guys don't even have hands. We got claws, we got tentacles, we got lasers? Fearsome though they may seem, these new mutants appear to come in peace. The city has set up emergency shelters, and the 4 karate turtle teens who saved us from Super Duper Fly? I gotta think of a more iconic name for those guys. They organized a pizza drive using unsold pies from all across the city. How will these evolutionary marvels adapt to the Big Apple? Will New Yorkers welcome them? And most importantly, where the heck did they come from? Be sure to like this video and stay subbed as I, April O'Neil, look for the answers.
Ah, so April is a YouTuber. Okay. Interesting. I don't like the character designs already, though. But that's me. I like traditional looking Ninja Turtles. Outright Games presents, in association with Nickelodeon, Heartful Games, okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants Unleashed. It almost looks like a 2 there, though. Because the way that the ooze is dripping.
Boys! Dad? What happened to your fur? I was attacked on the way to the farmer's market. I want names. Do the Franken mutants have names?
Dad, you can't call them that.
Totally on PC.
Well, what would be a better name for a mutant who's a New York newbie?
Newbie.
Works for me.
So one of the newbies attacked you? They seem so chill.
Also very cute.
Don't be fooled by appearances. Look at the four of you. You're totally adorable. Yet you crush Superfly.
What? We're not cute.
Yeah, Dad, we're totally fierce now. You should see the memes.
Like that one of Donnie looking totally jacked? Talk about artistic license.
No time for jokes. Go to the farmer's market and figure out why the newbies are suddenly acting so strangely.
That's not how Mikey's supposed to sound. Ooh. Okay, Heroes in a Half Shell. Okay, so we're playing as Leonardo, it looks like. Amber's feeding the cats. Okay, how to play. I do not like Michelangelo's voice. Does not fit his voice at all. Maybe his voice should have been for Donnie and Donnie's voice for Mikey. Mikey's supposed to be the youngest. Mikey sound like this. Cowabunga!
Hey, Donnie, I got a math question for you. Oh boy, here we
Messed
go.
up.
You know the Pythagorean theorem? I am familiar, yes. What do the little flying twos mean?
That you're gonna repeat sophomore year while the rest of us are juniors.
Haha, very funny.
Leo sounds fine, but it should have been the voice of Michelangelo should have been Raphael. The voice of Raphael should have been Donnie, and Donnie's voice should have been Mikey. Like, bad casting. It doesn't fit. It's really weird. That's just my personal opinion, as someone who's been a Turtles fan since the 80s. Like, and I've seen a lot of different TMNT shows and movies and video games and stuff like that. This is one of the strangest casting I've heard for Ninja Turtles actors in a long time. Gameplay is more or less what I said it is. It's the TMNT Out of the Shadows game, mixed with a little bit of the old school, well, not old school, but 2003 Ninja Turtles games. So this is how you dash. Okay. It is actually 2-player, but I'm doing single player right now. The second controller is charging.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You had to do outing stuff. Thank you for taking care of the kitties.
It's on Splinter.
This game is coming to Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. We're playing the PS5 version because we wanted to see if the graphic capabilities would be much better. Based on the art style of this game, I don't think you would have a lot of problems playing this on Switch. In fact, you may want to play it on the Switch.
The same on Switch almost.
I mean, it uses like a cel-shaded look to it, so
But
You sure this
looks
is
like
the
you
quickest
could...
way to get to the market?
It's rush hour. You don't want to face the subway now.
yeah,
Oh wow, Leo sounds young.
No. Mikey sounds bad. Mikey
I didn't
is
hear what he sounded
his
like.
voice is deep.
Oh wow,
I
and
know.
he's the youngest.
And he's the youngest, yeah. yeah. Leo's fine.
Oh,
I think Leo's voice is okay, but Raphael should have been the voice of either Mikey or Donnie, and then the deep voice should have been Raphael. There's also not enough of a... The Ninja Turtles have different New York accents. These turtles don't have accents.
Oh, they look so young.
They are young in this.
Look, it's one of the newbies.
What's she doing down here? Flew down a manhole?
You there! Are you lost? Can we help you?
I don't think she liked that.
Nobody likes Leo's RoboCop voice.
That stinger looks mighty sharp.
Draw your weapons.
Wait, we're gonna fight a Mubi?
We don't have a choice. She's ready to rumble.
Rumblebee. Sting like a bee and float like one too.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Deanna. Says I'm gonna go with Mikey's term of mubies because We were just going to go to the with transplants because that's what the New Mutants basically are. Oh wow, Miss Deanna. Mubies. And I actually meant to look at more of this. I think Luke and I have both seen clips of the movie. We didn't get a chance to see it. But yeah, so I didn't get to actually, maybe after this episode I can actually watch the movie or some clips of this. So I'm way behind. I haven't seen any new movies for a long time.
So there's a block counter you can do. I guess that's it. And you are graded by
That's one way
a
to shake
score.
off the rust.
I feel bad for her. No fun getting separated from the pack.
Why attack us though? It's not like we were threatening her.
Let's keep going. Maybe we'll find our answer at the market.
Leo is fine. Leo is the only one that sounds like a Ninja Turtle. Like, he has like that leadership quality to his voice. Mikey's voice is terrible. I do not like it. It's not good casting for Michelangelo. Like, I have no idea what they were thinking, but it's not accurate. Mikey is the youngest. He's not the oldest, so his voice wouldn't have dropped like that. Raphael doesn't have a thick Bronx accent. He always does. In every incarnation of Raphael, he's got that very, thick, like, Bronx/Brooklyn style to his voice.
Lead the way.
I'm not hearing any New York dialect at all. It looks like also you change turtles based on the location that you're in.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just trying to make the turtles, like, younger, I guess.
The turtles are much younger.
No, seriously though, is being able to calculate the area of a triangle really an everyday skill?
That's how you figure out how many slices of pepperoni you can fit on one slice of pizza.
Fair. Math can also help you win a fight. There's a reason we say angle of attack. You know, when it comes to fighting, I prefer a straight line between me and the other god.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Whoever did the casting decision of this, they should have, like, swapped the different turtles. I think the voice actors are fine. I think they're miscast. That's the problem. But whoever did the voice direction of this messed up badly.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying, Miss Deanna. So they're kind of like...
You're strong!
In this, they're kind of transplants. That's interesting. And Miss Deanna was saying, well, you guys are kind of transplants from New York and Illinois, and you live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's true.
Alright, so difficulty-wise, this game actually is kind of tough. You're going to need to learn to counter. But the counter system is weird. The counter is square and triangle at the same time will execute a counter move. It's pretty interesting.
I'll do my best with TMNT quiz later, Gator. I don't know, guys. I'm nervous. If you guys have questions to quiz me on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you guys can ask me questions and see if I can get it right.
If this is how the turtles sound in the movie, I don't think I want to watch the movie. Their voices would irritate me.
Well, honey, it's another version of them.
I know, so I don't like this version.
Those must be the Mubies
I like
who
Leo,
attacked
he's
Dad.
fine.
It's...
You seem aggro, just like that Rumblebee.
I think they were just trying to make them not have as thick accent because they're trying to be relatable to, like, anyone who's watching it, regardless of, like, what state they live in or where they're watching from, maybe. That's what it feels like to me, like, but I guess it kind of, but, yeah, I understand what you're saying, where you're coming from, where it's like, it was kind of cool having the Ninja Turtles have New York accents, because then you could really tell they grew up in New York, and that was kind of a cool aspect of their personality.
Every Ninja Turtles game that's ever come out that's had voice acting, even if the game is good or bad, the Turtles always sounded good. In this game, the Turtles don't sound good.
Yeah, but these are the voice actors from the movie then, right? I think.
I don't know. It could
Unless
be.
they're impressionist.
Raphs Fury.
I thought we were friends with these guys. We broke breadsticks together.
Humans are just starting to accept mutants. If we let these guys mess with a small business, it'll be back to the sewers for all of us.
No high school, no girls, no mid-afternoon bacon, egg, and cheese runs.
Are you seriously trying to motivate us with breakfast sandwiches? Best pregame speech ever.
Okay. So, right there in the bottom, you see how the counter system works? So you can block, and then you can do what's known as a block counter, which is square and triangle if you're playing on PlayStation. New moves are unlocked as you go, so this is known as Raphael's Fury. Raphs parry enemy attacks by starting a block just before the impact. After a parry, a light or strong attack performs counters, and Raph will enter a Fury mode for a short while. While in Fury mode, Raph will move and attack faster. So, this is the skill tree stuff, and this is what I was saying, like, it seems to use a little bit of the TMNT Out of the Shadows game, which was kind of like an Arkham Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah,
as well
I remember
as,
that.
There was
game.
a comic book Ninja Turtles game that came out on PS4 5 or 6 years ago. This feels similar to that too. So Out of the Shadows, whatever that Ninja Turtles game we called, Manhattan something, feels similar, and a little bit of when they have like the top-down view. The top-down view feels like the 2003 GameCube and PS2 Ninja Turtles games, like the beat-em-up thing. So presentation-wise, it's not bad, but I don't like the voice acting. I don't like the visual style.
So it's like the Out of the Shadows game, but with brighter colors.
Basically, yeah.
And without any shadows. So far, I mean, I don't know. I think that it looks really cute so far. And sorry I was late. I had to get Zelda her special food.
You're fine.
Yeah.
That hurt.
And I hope everyone's having a great day today. Thank you again, Miss Deanna, for the super chat. Hi, D'Angelo. Hi, Richard. Taylor, you're breathtaking, Richard. Thank you. Hi, Later Gator. Hi, BJ's Pool. Hi, OH. Hi, Extreme Gamer. Hello, Timothy. Hi, Sharon. Hello, Ahmad Rafi. Hi, Mayor Debbie. Good to see you, Max1216. Hi, hello, Captain Zach. Hi, Belal Mustafa. Hello, the guy from 89. And hi, everyone coming into the chat. Hope you guys are all having a nice day today, and great to see everyone.
We did it! Kinda nice fighting mutants our own size. Since we're here, should we pick up fish for that?
Nah, let's just tell him the mubies ate it all. We can get Zot on the way home.
Time for some pizza.
Like, based on the way that the Turtles look so young, the only ones whose voices work is Leonardo and Donatello. Like, if you could swap Raphael with Mikey, it would be so much better. Like, I think Donatello and Leo are fine, because Donatello kind of has, like, that nerdiness to his voice. Leonardo has that, like, strong, like, kind of leadership voice that we've heard, like, in every incarnation of Leonardo. Raph and Mikey needed to swap actors.
Oh, okay. Later Gator is telling me that Mikey voice is not is not the actor from the movie. Okay, thank you, Later Gator. I didn't understand that.
It just has to do with, like, miscasting.
So yeah, so they just did a weird thing, but I'm just gonna let it go and just enjoy the game. Like, I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'll just pretend like it's just a short person with a really deep voice randomly, and I'm just gonna go with it.
It's not Mikey. At the end of the mission, you'll be rewarded with the amount of XP based on what you do. So there's a grading system, which we can see. Okay. Looks like the levels are kind of short. And your controllers should be charged.
Why are those newbies acting so aggressive?
It's almost like someone flipped a switch.
Like when Donnie gets hangry.
Yo, I was legit mad they forgot the garlic knots. Free appetizer. Says it right here on the coupon. Does somebody need his mid-afternoon protein bar?
Leo, your girlfriend's show is on.
Coming, Dad! But she's not, like, officially my girlfriend yet?
I know. Your brothers explained to me about the friend zone.
I love Donnie's little glasses.
While most of the new mutants remain peaceful as the day they
April's a
arrived,
YouTuber,
there
by the
have
way.
been scattered reports of vandalism. Believing hunger to be the likely cause, the city has set up food banks across the 5 boroughs. Here in uptown Manhattan, a group of mutants waits patiently as food is unloaded from a truck. Oh, okay, maybe not so patiently. That's actually kind of tipping, so you might want to... Oh, there it goes. Yep, they tipped the truck over. Guys, if you're watching, I'm going to drop a pin and go hide. Ah!
April!
What happened?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
Oh, so instead of reporting the news from like a news station or a channel, She reports the news.
She's a news YouTuber, yeah.
She does the news from her YouTube channel, but she still reports the news.
So, any ideas
That's
where these guys actually came from?
Must have stepped in a puddle of
Well, that
ooze,
makes sense
just
based
like
on,
us.
you know,
Not exactly like us, right?
how the
They
whole
don't
business
talk, for
world
one
works
thing.
now. Like a
Must
lot
have
of
been an
people
extra spicy batch. The mubies are pretty wild.
are able to
Interesting to
start
think
their
there
own
could be more
businesses
ooze
through
out there.
doing entertainment.
Superfly made it sound like the last of it was destroyed in
So
the
that's
fire
relatable.
at Baxter Stockman's lab.
Wait, hold up. We don't know how old they are. They could be from our same
I
batch.
woke up and I
Good
sounded
point.
like this today. Like
Sorry.
the temperature keeps dropping in the house, so like the heat's not working.
I'm sorry.
It's
honey.
fine. It's just this is what happened when I used to work outside in the wintertime. This is what happened to my voice sometimes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
okay.
Do you want me to make you some tea?
I'm gonna have ramen after this stream, and I'm gonna have some hot tea, yeah, and that'll probably help clear up the vocal passage. So we're playing as Donnie now.
Oh yeah, you know what April kind of reminds me of? The girl who does like her news broadcast about the city of New York from the Spider-Man game, where she does updates of what's going on in New York. That kind of reminds me of that.
But what I find interesting is they went through this entire budget of the game, which, I mean, the game looks nice, right? And then the indie game we just played this year, the TMNT Rogue game,
Yeah.
had better voice actors that were, you know, spot on for how the Ninja Turtles are supposed to sound. And the voice acting was one of the key pillar aspects of that game. Like, the Turtles were in character, they were funny, it was just great. It was like the perfect casted Ninja Turtles. This cast doesn't work. It actually pulls the game down for me. It's like every time I hear their voices, it just like completely snaps me out of that these are Ninja Turtles, because it just sounds like normal people.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Ninja Turtles at all. Now the gameplay is not bad. The gameplay is refined out of the shadows and Mutants in Manhattan, or is it Manhattan Nightmare? What was the name of that Manhattan game? Ninja Turtles on PS4. Manhattan what? Could anybody look that up for me? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. Where like it was a single player Ninja Turtles game, and the Turtles would come in and do like special moves with you and stuff like that. It was Manhattan something. We covered it on this channel. So you just type Kwingsletsplays Ninja Turtles Manhattan and it'll probably pop up.
Mutants in Manhattan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles PS4.
That's what it was?
Teenage Mutant there.
Yeah. Okay, so the gameplay is reminiscent to that game, Out of the Shadows, and a little bit when they do the top-down stuff of that. So it looks like dodge is circle and just like pushing over. Donnie's flash move. Donnie can recharge the batteries for flash on his phone camera by hitting enemies. Once he has at least one full charge, he can flash enemies to stun them.
Oh, thank you, BJ's Pool. Says Mutants in Manhattan. Mutants in Manhattan.
Thank you. That's it. Yep.
Thank you, OH and BJ's Pool. Appreciate that.
Thanks,
you
guys and gals. It's perfect. So Donnie has the longest bow staff. So you see when they do this like top-down view again, this is kind of like the 2003 Ninja Turtles game. So the people did their homework in terms of gameplay that I think works with the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is actually pretty decent. Like if you can get over the voice acting, which they talk a lot, the gameplay is good.
Stay away!
And in about 20 minutes we'll be able to play 2-player because Amber's controller is charging. It has no batteries.
Oh, sorry.
And then we can see what 2 players like. Now, another thing is you can't select your Ninja Turtle. Your turtle is based on the area that you're playing in, so the game will select the turtle for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's no turtle selection.
Maybe it'll be different 2-player or play.
Well, I mean, you'll get to play as
Why are
somebody
we going
different.
into the
Now I'm playing
theater?
as Mikey.
No time for a movie now.
Relax. It's a shortcut. Besides, Leo, maybe you can bring April to a show after we find her.
Yeah, a horror show.
Alright, thank you for the Turtles questions. I don't know how many of them I'll be able to answer right now because I'm just trying to, like, kind of go over the beginning. I'm kind of, like, watching the intro to the game, but maybe later on in the stream I can answer it.
It's kind of
And
hard
I will screenshot it and try to answer it later, but thank you so much for the question.
It's kind of hard to answer a lot of questions because this is a Ninja Turtles game like the one we did earlier this year, where there's a lot of constant chatter. So it's if we talk a lot, like the characters, you won't hear them. In fact, I turned up the character voices so you guys could hear their banter because their banter is cute. Their banter is good. It's just they're miscast. That's all.
Alright. Yeah, I heard.
I'm salty. It's breaking the immersion for me. Especially when you see the character designs are so young and you have like, dude, these guys sound like this.
Honey, but I know, but you've already. I thought you said when you make a review of something, you don't want to repeat.
I know. I'm sorry, I'm just annoyed. Alright, so we're collecting videotapes for some reason.
Tea or something.
Luke needs breakfast. I'm gonna have
I
ramen
think
today.
that different people spend different amounts of their budget on different things. Some people prioritize
They prioritize the graphics.
And I think this is neat because this is different than the last Ninja Turtles game we got, which you get to see much larger characters, and so this is actually might be more fun to play than the last one we played, because the last one we did, although it was a well-made game, it was a roguelike game.
Yes.
And it was super annoying to play, so this might actually be more fun to play than the last Ninja Turtles game that we looked at, because...
Yeah, I agree. The gameplay in this is really good.
This looks like it might be something that would actually be fun to play with a friend or a cousin, instead of something that you might want to murder your friend or cousin over playing.
Yeah, playing online with that, what was... I can't even remember the name of that game now. It was, and it has new DLC coming out, like, later this year, and I still can't remember the name of it. Splintered Fate, that's it. So Splintered Fate was a rogue game based on, like, Dead Cells and stuff like that. Okay, I can't really do the dodge very well, because I don't know if the dodge that they want me to do is pressing circle or if it's hitting X, because X pushes the menu. Nunchuck spin. After Mikey attacks a couple times, the nunchucks will keep on spinning. While the nunchucks are spinning, Mikey can do more complex combos and does some serious damage on impact. The nunchucks will stop spinning if you block, jump, or take damage. So the more the nunchucks the more the nunchucks spin, what they're saying is this character's momentum and like their combos increase. When the nunchucks stop spinning, Mikey's weapon isn't going to do as much damage. So that's interesting. So the more you swing the nunchucks, the more they'll spin. There you go, like that. So now you get like a buff for his attacks. As long as you don't get hit, the nunchucks won't stop spinning. That's really clever, actually. Okay, so dodging is done with circle. I'm seeing all these little crab thingies appear. I'm thinking of the crab game now. They have like the one crab has a trash can on his back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the gameplay is what they've really done well with this game. Like, I'm surprised, because it's an Outright game. So, and Outright had a really bad release this year already. They released a Transformers game that's so bad that it's already DOA. It has like no people playing it anymore. It came out like, I think it was like a week ago. It's just already dropped off the face of the earth. If people actually give this game a chance, gameplay wise, it's good. Like, I don't have any problems with the gameplay. In fact, I'm very curious to see how that's going to continue when Amber and I bring 2 players into the mix. Because, I mean, for right now, I have full control of the character. There's no bugs. Gameplay is fluid. The block system is a little wonky, but, I mean, you can just dodge out of the way. So, I mean, if the block and the counter system doesn't work effortlessly, which it doesn't, at least the like core gameplay is actually good. So that gets 2 thumbs up for me, gameplay wise.
Yeah.
The levels are very short though, so I don't know how long this game is. I'm thinking like maybe if we're lucky we'll get like 4 streams of it, because I think it's going to be like a very like straightforward linear experience. It's not like a open environment like the Out of the Shadows game where you had like the different like rooftops of Manhattan that you could kind of like do Arkham stuff, you know. This is a very linear, almost kind of like, do you remember the X-Men Legends and Marvel Ultimate Alliance games where you're basically brought into an area and like dropped in, and then you have that little area to work in? It's kind of what this feels like.
Jeez, I guess they were hangry.
Come on, we have to find April.
can't really hear the music though.
I'll get you.
Okay, bring in turtle assists. Okay. So now it's like out of the shadows. Assists. Okay. Need a little help? Activate an assist to call in one of your brothers to provide some support. You can toggle between the different assists you've unlocked by... how do I activate them, though? What button? L1 or R1? Okay, nobody came in.
Donnie, it's your turn.
Easy mode.
What did he do? He didn't come in and do a cool move, he just... Oh, he dropped items.
Come on, take it easy. Hey!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the... So if you call in Donatello, he gives you items.
Time to move!
I was hoping for like a cool... in the Out of the Shadows game, and I think even in the Manhattan Nightmare or Mutant, whatever Manhattan game, I think when you did the assist thing, you called in people to come in and like do a cool flashy move.
Come
so
on,
far,
guys.
Donatello
April could
came
be
in
in
and just
danger.
gave a
We
drop off
know,
of
we know.
items.
Moving
Oh,
as fast
yeah.
as I can here.
Well, I'm ready to jump in it whenever you want, I think.
I'm gonna, once we rescue April, I'm gonna exit out of the game or try to save and see, because it asked me to activate like first and second player like at the start of the game. I don't think it has drop in and out. But we're gonna go back to the main menu after we rescue April and save her. Hot dogs in the trash can. That's weird. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I see. So you can cycle through the Ninja Turtles based on color at the bottom of your health display. So that's Mikey. This is Raph. And then Donatello is a box.
Come on, take it easy. Hurt! Hey! Come on, take it easy.
Whoops. That's April in this universe.
Hey guys, over here!
April! What happened? The stream went dark.
Dropped my phone trying to dive out of the way.
Are you okay?
Bruised my elbow, but I don't think it's life-threatening. Anyway, thanks for saving me. The Free Press salutes you.
Yeah, I remember seeing the picture.
Guys, I'm not sure any one of us is safe quite yet.
Dang it, we're surrounded.
And winded.
Coming through, make way! Stand clear of the charging pig!
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Everyone is small in this universe.
Should be Ninja Turtles.
Bebop! Rocksteady! Thanks for the clutch assist.
We can't pay rent, but we can offer protection. I see more of them down that way. How about we divide and conquer?
Good plan. See you back in the tunnels.
Okay, Bebop and Rocksteady actually have good voices.
Chibi universe.
Yeah, it's kind of like a super deformed universe.
Yeah, super deformed.
And we're playing on normal difficulty, by the way.
Okay, that's the last of them.
Wow, you guys kick serious butt.
Perhaps some of us kick more butt than others?
Perhaps some of us do more showboating than others.
We've had enough fighting for today, guys.
For real, let's take the W and head back to the sewers.
That was cool, wasn't it?
It was short, though. didn't really get to enjoy combat very much. It was kind of like... Okay. Not bad, though. So,
Yeah.
more XP for the turtles, skill tree. I think we're on the 3rd chapter already. 2nd chapter. I don't know.
Alpine Crush, anyone?
Pairs nicely with the olive and mushroom.
We're good with tap water.
Actual hydration means we can pound more slices.
Do you guys ever not have pizza to celebrate a victory?
Do you ever not have cake at a birthday? Do you ever not have cheesy puffs at a LAN party?
Do you ever not have turkey on Thanksgiving?
Superfly didn't let us celebrate Thanksgiving. He said since humans took away our father, we had nothing to be thankful for.
Though he did promise we could eat humans for Thanksgiving once mutants took over the world.
I'm really glad we stopped that plan.
I got an idea. Friendsgiving. This year, right here in the sewers. I'm bringing mashed potatoes.
You know, Thanksgiving is all about two different peoples learning to get along.
That's why we want to invite you guys to a peaceful march.
We want to show the city that even though some mutants steal food, most of us are chill.
Given recent events, might it be sus if humans see us, congregating?
Not if we're holding super crafty signs.
We need to think about it, guys. But thanks for saving our shells back there.
Why are they wearing clothes in the sewers, but not clothes when they're out in public?
Oh, wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is weird. That's the opposite of the 80s turtles where in the 80s they would actually wear clothes to appear normal among other people and then put a little hat and a trench coat.
Yeah.
So they would like be able to not stand out. And in this universe of turtles, they wear clothes at home, but then when they go fight, they go without any clothes. They just go with their turtle bodies.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's kind of random and weird. Like, you would think if they were going to wear clothes, like, it would be when they're out in public to, like, try to fit in with people, to, like, go to a movie or to, like, hide or blend in. But, like, when they wear clothes, it's, like, randomly at home. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Let's try 2-player. Let's see how this works. Play game.
Okay.
2-player. Yeah, obviously.
All right.
Oh, I
How
think
do
you.
do
I think you have to
too?
push.
I press something. Okay.
Easy.
Okay. What do I do here?
Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now hit X. See what happens. Perfect.
I'm kind of afraid that we're both on my account now.
No,
Okay.
you're guest.
And guest.
And guest. Yeah. All right, so we've activated 2-player. Now we're gonna get to see what 2-player is all about. Okay, so this is the hub world. I'm sure Amber will pop in once we get to the actual, game. So we can explore the turtle's house. This is Leonardo's place.
A little tent.
Yeah, Leo has a... Actually, no, I'm going to
So-
say the tent is probably Mikey's because it's orange.
Oh. So, chat was talking about how one of the turtles has a crush on April. I guess it's Leo.
Leo in this universe, yeah.
And then there's like another Ninja Turtles universe in which Donnie has a crush on April.
2012.
And then in the Turtles movie, in the original Turtles movie, the first live action Turtles movie, it kind of felt like Raph had a crush on April. Or Mikey. Or they all did. They kind of all did. I always shipped Raph with April in the first live action Turtles movie, but I guess that was not a thing. It was in my mind there was something going on.
So Splinter in the movie is voiced by Jackie Chan. The guy who they got to play Splinter in this is not very good.
Yeah.
He's kind of cringe.
Yeah, so basically people were asking about the voices. Basically what we were talking about is the voices in this game are not the voice, like people in the chat were telling me that especially like the voice of Michelangelo and Splinter, like some of the voices are not the voices from the movie, so it's just kind of like some voices don't really match the voices as they were in the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain this again real quick. Leonardo sounds like Leonardo. Good casting. Bebop and Rocksteady, good casting. Donatello's mixed. Raphael and Michelangelo voice actors should have swapped roles because Mikey has like more of a Raph voice in this, and Raphael has kind of like a sarcastic and funny like voice that would work well with the Michelangelo character based on how the characters look.
Yeah.
Like Raph is this big, intimidating guy, and in this game he has a high-pitched voice, which is weird. And Michelangelo is supposed to be the very like whimsical character. He has a deep voice. That would be like in my regular speaking voice. If I got a role as Michelangelo, I spoke like this.
Yeah, but
doesn't work.
Deeper than the other Ninja Turtles, but they all have higher voices than the regular Ninja Turtles.
Leo's good though. All right, so we have to talk to Splinter in order to get out of here, I think. What is up with Donatello's computer though? What's this do? Enter a code? Write a secret code to unlock special goodies? I have no idea. I guess you have to probably... We'll look into that in a couple days. There's a code system. I don't know why you would need it. This game is relatively easy. Okay, let's talk to Splinter.
Hey, Dad, what do you think about us going to a march?
When I was a young rat, I loved me a good march. People dropped all kinds of tasty scraps. Hot dog buns, falafel, chicken and rice.
It's less of a restaurant crawl and more of a way to show the city that mutants are harmless. But we're worried it'll have the opposite effect.
We don't want to tweak people who are already nervous about mutant misbehavior.
We're hoping it reads like Fun Mutant Parade, and not mutants taking to the streets.
You can't control what people think. Trust me, with you boys, I tried. For example, Extraterrestrial 3 is totally the best extraterrestrial movie.
Oh, no.
Strongly disagree.
Director's cut, maybe? Yeah, if you ignore the entire third act.
You see, I show you a misunderstood masterpiece, you form your own wrong opinions. But what's important is that I have conviction. If you believe in your hearts that mutants are good for New York City, go to that march.
Let's say skill trees? Unlock skill trees. See, this is what I'm talking about. So the press release did say skill trees. I hate Splinter's design. Certain ally characters have a bond that they share with the turtles. Increasing your bond with an ally will unlock a new upgrade for each turtle or uncover special missions. Okay. Cool.
Geez, that's surprisingly... What's the word for it?
Wise! Your father is brimming with wisdom. See these whiskers? Each gray hair is a lesson learned. Now, reptiles may be as bald as a baby's bottom, but you still learn from each combat. You must choose how to specialize your future training based on experience.
I'm confused. Are we going to the march or not?
I also don't like how they call him Dad. Like, the Ninja Turtles usually call him Father at the very least, or Sensei, or Master. Like, they're just calling him Dad. It feels really weird.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like their teacher usually.
Yeah, so a sign of respect would be like, you know, Master or Sensei. Leonardo usually calls, you know, Splinter Father, because Father is a much more, we'll say, proper way of saying Dad than, you know, just calling somebody Dad or Daddy. It's more respectful. Since they all call him the same name, it's like they're kind of removing that, you know, student-teacher respect aspect of the relationship, which...
Yeah, it definitely changes up the relationship.
Oh, it totally does, because it also, based on the things that Master Splinter is saying too, he's kind of more of a joke character compared to the wise, like, you know, leader of the Turtles. So I don't like that.
Right.
Access the skill tree in the Turtles' Lair to unlock new abilities for each turtle using XP. Okay, so this has level 1 upgrades are always available to purchase. Unlock further levels by talking to allies by leveling up ally bonds. So people are asking about what is the code system? The code system is probably to unlock additional maybe missions, probably costumes. Based on the fact that the turtles are wearing like street clothes here, you could probably have a code to have this stuff appear in the main game. Maybe it unlocks like additional characters for you to play as, or weapons or skills. I don't know. but codes were active in previous Turtles games like 20 years ago. Okay, so here's different moves you can buy. Leonardo's powerful thrust move will increase the strength of his attack. This one will do a cool like shell spin. Leo does a backflip that cancels the effect of a knockout. Interesting. Actually, that's more of a handstand. That's not really a backflip. It's like you fall on the ground and get yourself back up. It's like a attack stance. During a double jump, Leo performs a circular slash. That would be worth it. That's good. That's a good move for Leo to have. That goes back to classic Ninja Turtles games where Leo especially can jump up in the air and have his sword spin. The Ninja Turtles tournament games, as well as Out of the Shadows had that move, and the Manhattan game had that, and the Nickelodeon Wii game had a Leonardo move similar to that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, it's a classic like Leonardo thing. He jumps in the air and then his katana comes and he spins in a circle.
Oh,
briefly.
Yeah.
Briefly. Leo
I
recovers a
remember
small
that.
amount of health for each enemy. Okay, so Raphael's moves. Aerial spin that ends with a downward side slash. Okay. While running, Raphael performs a flying kick. That's useful. Raph does a backflip. That's not a backflip. Learn what a backflip is, please. Raphael Fury mode now lasts longer. Amount of shurikens dropped will be doubled. So Raphael has the ability to throw shurikens. Makes sense. Donatello has a fast kick. Pushes with his shell. Donatello performs an upward strike with his bow. He has the... That's not a backflip. Hitting enemies recharges Donatello's battery, so he has like a shock ability. More boxes deployed, better items inside them. So Donatello is the guy who will, in your... this is your special move, like when you call your brothers to assist you.
Oh, okay.
Donatello drops health and boxes to help improve the fight. And then Michelangelo has the circular slash attack for both nunchucks. It makes them spin faster, which again buffs up your attacks. Mikey does a backflip that cancels out. That doesn't look like a backflip. Mikey becomes faster a brief moment after nunchucks stop spinning. So that's useful. And then this is his team attack. Damage sweep reaches further and has a wide range. So you call Mikey in, it looks like he does some type of like drone attack, but you don't actually see him attack.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't
like
know how I feel like that.
It's like that. It's like in the first Ninja Turtles movie where the lights go out and like all this stuff happens and then they beat everyone up and then you put the lights back on and everyone's beat up.
Leo's 1,000 cuts. Basically, you activate that and then you see, you know, Leonardo do a bunch of stuff, but you don't see him.
Okay.
So I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm gonna keep playing as Leo. What is this face down here? Okay, I can't even get to whatever that face is down there. So we're gonna increase Leo's thrust attack for 25. There we go. And it looks like you can double it up. So now this is, see how it has a 2 on there? So later you can come back and upgrade that again to a level 2. We're going to do Raphael's running kick for 35. Okay. We'll do Donatello's medium kick. Donatello performs upward bows. We'll do that one, 25. And from Michelangelo, we'll do perform circular slash attacks with both nunchucks. Cool. Mikey does a backflip that cancels out the effect of a knockout. And since we'll probably be playing
likes it.
Leonardo a lot, we'll do another Leonardo one. Leo drops the ground with a shell spinning attack. That's cool. Okay. And Leo double damage. We'll do...
I'm guessing you can't go back on the skill tree after you unlock
because you move forward on it.
So you can't actually redo it if you make a mistake.
No. Nope. Okay, so that's skill tree. Did I put a time code in for this?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know who I'm gonna play as. I'm excited.
I think they're just gonna have you be whatever character it is.
Alright, I'm just gonna be whatever character they put me in. So that's why you're upgrading everyone, because we don't even know who we're gonna be playing as.
You heard, Dad? Let's do it.
Good luck. And if anyone drops anything tasty, remember, 10-hour rule.
I'm pretty sure it's the 10-second rule, but yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
It's kind of interesting that Raph had that custom jacket that actually went around his shell.
Yeah, who made that?
Yeah.
Okay, what shall I do today?
Because in the 80s, they could just get basic trench coats that would basically cover everything.
Yep. I like the turtle layer. Looks kind of nice. What's this? Oh, this is the skill tree again. So you can go right up here to the skill tree.
Well, Leo's got the best moves.
So that's probably for Raphael then. Every turtle has like their own thing.
Leo, he's the leader of the group.
Oops.
Just got a DM from a guy named Tobias Scanlon. Yeah, that's going to spam.
Wait, hold up. Isn't he the Mac and Drone CEO?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
It was a startup that popped off 2 years ago. With the press of a button, you could get vegan mac and cheese delivered to your window.
Oh yeah, I wanted to try that stuff, but we don't have any windows.
For years, Scanlon bought up almost every single drone that left the factory. That's why I couldn't get my hands on one.
He's inviting me to cut the ribbon at something called a coexisting center. Says it's a non-profit dedicated to human-mutant harmony.
Mac and Drones did make him a millionaire at 23. Kind of a cool way to give back to the community.
You should do it, Leo. Like April said, mutants need all the PR we can get, right?
I have to give a speech, though.
So, you give us terrible speeches all the time.
Thanks a lot, Raph. I'm actually kind of nervous here.
You got this, bro. Just flash a smile and warm up the crowd with a joke about the G-Train.
Use the map to travel to hangouts or play missions. Available conversations and missions are shown on the map. Okay. Story missions have to be completed before the end of mission's due date. The timing remaining for each mission is shown on the map. So, not only these Teenage Mutant Ninja we attend political march turtles, but also they're vegans. Okay. Who is this game made for?
Well, I'm not a vegan.
Nope. And neither are the Ninja Turtles. Okay.
I don't know. All I know is in Disney Dreamlight Valley, the turtles in that game eat clams and fish.
Yeah. Also, why do they dress like... They dress like betas. It's weird. They don't feel like very masculine turtles at all. They feel very wimpy. I don't know. Like, I don't recognize these turtles.
Let's see.
Teenage Mutant Soy Turtles.
What am I thinking of? What was the word that I used to say like years ago? Oh, where people meet at Starbucks for lattes and discuss like how many books.
Hipster Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they are hipsters.
Teenage Mutant.
It makes sense.
Teenage Mutant Hipster Turtles.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking of. They are like hipsters.
They are 100% hipsters.
They dress like hipsters a little bit.
I'm waiting for them to have like their own little like coffee stand inside of the Turtles lair. That's what it is.
Starbucks. They're Starbucks people that go to Starbucks and drink overpriced coffee. That's what they look like. And they wear shoes without socks in them.
Oh my gosh.
And they have man buns.
No, there's no turtle man buns, but they're totally hipsters. That's what was irritating me about this.
That's like, what they are. They're hipster turtles.
Why do they not have the personality of the Ninja Turtles and now they're walking around
Teenage
like
Mutant Hipster Turtles.
Soy boy hipsters. Ugh.
Mutant Hipster Turtles.
Coexisting center? What?
It's hard for me to coexist because I have to work so hard at it.
Where's the two-player mode that we... This is how the story mode works? Okay, hang on. Somebody said I can actually go back and change costumes? How? There was a mirror in the...
I don't know. Maybe we have to start off at the beginning. I don't think you added me.
I did add you.
Okay, honey.
I did add you. We're in the hub world right now, so we're not in the actual gameplay.
I guess we'll wait till we get to the gameplay then.
Where did somebody see a mirror? I see a bathtub. I see... This is the skill tree area. Somebody said there's a mirror. Where? This is Donatello's... What is this? This is for codes. This is a porty potty. That is not a mirror. Oops.
Just got a DM from a guy named Tobias
we already did
Scanlon.
this.
Yeah, that's going
Goes
to...
directly to spam.
Wait,
Okay.
hold up. Isn't he the...
Sounds vaguely familiar.
It was a startup that popped with the press... Oh, yeah. For years, Scanlon brought up... That's why I could...
He's inviting me to cut the... code. Says it's a non...
Back in drones did make it kind of...
I
You should do
didn't
it,
even go to
Leo.
the door, though.
Like
I was
April-
just looking for something.
I have to give a...
So, you give...
Thanks a lot, Raph.
You got this, bro. Just flat.
Okay, so I don't see any mirror, so we're just gonna bounce and go to the story, I guess. Like, somebody was shouting, mirror, mirror. It's like, there's not one.
We'll do all that extra stuff later. I think we want to get into the gameplay and see what 2-player looks like, guys.
Oh, we can fast travel. Center for both humans and mutants to coexist. What? Okay. Travel. Oh, that's right. This is Seth Rogen's Ninja Turtles. Now it makes sense. That guy's insane.
Oh,
That's why.
That's why, because he kind of dresses like a hipster.
No, he's a crazy Hollywood loon, so it makes sense that he would interject his beliefs and thoughts into his projects. That's why this feels off to me. There's their man bun, Amber.
Yep, there we go, man bun.
There he is.
Wow.
Seriously.
Everything I hate about today's culture wrapped into one
No,
Turtles
I mean
game.
this.
Oh my god.
This is cool. An entire building for us to, like, hang out and work on stuff.
The next big idea can only come from human-mutant collaboration. Mutate the future.
Right on.
I took the liberty to prepare your remarks.
Wow, this is 3 pages front and back. Did you write all this?
Of course not. We don't write things anymore, Leo. Brain GPT came up with this. Now give me a taste. We're on in 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and frogs, moles, crustaceans, anthropods.
Leo. I need you to bring the passion. What's something you care a lot about?
I don't know. Maybe my brothers?
Ah, perfect. Do it again, but this time, when you talk about the center, think about your bros.
Okay, take 2. We're gathered here today to celebrate this awesome new rec center. It's gonna be a place where mutants like me and humans like you can make cool stuff together.
Wow, Leo, that was amazing.
Why did I level up doing this speech?
This is what people go to college for, to get jobs like this that they believe are real jobs, but is actuality not an actual job.
This is for somebody with a liberal arts degree.
It's a job in
You
which
did
they
give great
think
direction.
they're doing
I'm here all
something,
day.
but they're not.
If this was a turtle show, I would not watch this. This episode would get like a negative review for me.
Really? Because actually, I could use some pointers
A
in the
one.
leadership department.
Door's open, Leo. Let's talk after you knock him dead.
Like, what happened to Shredder and Krang and defeating bad guys? What are they? Is there literally going to be a mode where we join a march?
I think we're non-violent turtles in this universe.
Oh my gosh.
So we can't actually do any
Gotcha,
ninja
mod
skills.
signs
Just give me
right
some
here.
robots to beat up.
Everyone grab one.
I call we
what
come
is
in
this
peace.
propaganda?
Nice use of sequence. I like this beaver mutant dressed up as the Statue
Oh,
of Liberty.
Seth Rogen.
Humans and mutants holding hands, forming a ring around planet Earth? Classic.
Mitts off, little turtle. That one's mine.
Oh, okay.
Is it not PC to
that's
beat up,
fine.
like,
You
ninja
can totally
robots
have that
anymore?
sign. But, like, was your name
Robots
written
are
on
people
it?
too.
Or...
Thirsty much? You literally crushed that tap water.
Gotta stay on top of that H2O intake. We're gonna be on our feet all day.
Hang on, I'm getting an alert. The city's making an announcement. Neighborhood-based curfews?
That sounds like a non-starter for the city that never sleeps.
they actually take effect during the day. Areas where mutant activity is high will be off limits until the mayhem is brought under control. Here, looks like they released a map of the first curfews.
Wait, that's our school.
But we just started the semester.
We risked our shells fighting Superfly to earn our lockers. Does it say how long it'll last?
Nope. I don't know what metric they're using to determine safe mutant activity.
Isn't it obvious? 0!
They're gonna kick us out of Manhattan. This is how it starts.
Superfly was right.
Whoa, guys, we're as shocked as you are, but that's taking it a little far. Superfly wanted to eradicate all humans.
Because their promises are empty!
That giant mutation machine is definitely still at the bottom of the Hudson, right?
This is all your fault, Turtles.
What? How?
You made us believe that humans would be cool with us, but it was a lie.
Maybe they'll accept cute mutants, like you four. But plus-size animals, like the two of us? Teeth, Baron, Mubies? Never.
Hey, that was a perfectly good beaver sign.
Hate to pile on, but looks like City Hall's on curfew. So, might not be needing that sign after all.
Oh, how convenient.
We need to do something, Rock. Let the city know we will not go quietly.
You mess with the rhino, you get the horn!
Clear the way!
And they're gone.
What do you think Bebop meant about not going quietly?
Only one way to find out. Follow them.
Who thought this would be fun? I'm just... Oh, finally! Okay, well, we actually get to gameplay now. Oh.
Oh no, the dialogue in this game feels like I'm at school, and I didn't like school.
It's brainwashing. This is straight up propaganda. Like, who do they fight in this game? Like, what are we gonna randomly start beating up the police? Are we gonna go like rob stores and say it's because we're mutants, it's okay? I mean, what is Seth Rogen trying to do? It's a Ninja Turtles game. Beat up robots. Beat up the Foot Clan. Beat up... What happened to people stealing? There's like... In every Ninja Turtles game, you can beat up punks that are robbing people. I mean, basically, the Ninja Turtles are like neighborhood watch, you know? They go around, they protect their neighborhood. What are they doing here? Joining rallies, working with some guy with a man bun? Like, what is this? That's stupid.
Looks like I get to choose my character. Who are you gonna be?
Huh?
Who do you want to be?
I'm probably gonna go with Leo, because that's who I upgraded.
Alright, who do you guys want me to be? You want me to be Mike or Donnie, Luke?
You be whoever you want.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Donatello because he's got the cute glasses. Donatello... Wait! You didn't get to choose! You didn't choose!
I did choose. It had me on Leo.
Okay, I hope so. Sorry, I pressed A. I didn't know. I should have waited for you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Who did you pick?
I picked Donnie, but I didn't...
Oh,
Great,
wow.
now we have to go back. I didn't
all
know.
Right. Go to abandoned mission.
Okay.
Wow. Why can't I abandon mission? Okay. Abandoned mission.
Sorry, Luke was putting in a time code. I didn't know that the game was going to start without us. I didn't know that this game would start without player one.
I guess, hit X. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, there we go. I'm in. So then I hit X, and you hit X.
Okay, so I have to wait for you to go first, I think.
Yep. There we go. Alright, let's see what 2 players about. Okay, so, square attacks, triangle attacks, circle is your dodge ability.
Mm-hmm.
To counter, you need to hit square and triangle at the same time.
Okay.
If you skip most of the story cutscenes, the gameplay is good, I promise you, but the story is whack.
Remember, guys, don't lose sight of Bebop and Rocksteady until we figure out what they're up to. Something iffy is going on.
Don't worry, April. We are on it.
Yeah, April.
You can double
are
jump
on
by
it.
pressing X twice.
Oh, I just thought of a game that this reminds me of a little bit. The Suicide Squad.
Oh gosh. It's like the kids' version of the Suicide
Yeah.
Squad. Yeah.
Nice.
Found you.
It's a little cringy.
It's super cringy. I've never heard of a kids game doing something like this. That's straight up brainwashing. At least the gameplay's good, but the story is made by a psychopath.
Wait, I need my soy vegan latte before we get started.
Teenage Mutant
And
Hipster
I need to
Turtles.
put my man bun on and my skinny tie. And let me get my $8 coffee at Starbucks before we start fighting
Finders
people.
keepers.
I've not seen one dude that's like masculine or ripped like to represent a good person.
Man bun is the new masculine, Luke. $8 coffee and being like, and being
So wait. We're supposed to be for equality for all mutants, but we're beating up mutants. This makes sense.
well, equality except for these ones.
Yeah, these guys didn't decide to attend the parade at the end of the game, so we're gonna go beat them up because they're on the wrong side of history.
Everyone is equal except for some people are just a little bit more equal than others.
They said no to the parade, so that means we can beat them up. It's fine.
I just ordered a classic. What's that? Animal Farm.
Oh my god.
That's what they say in Animal Farm, the book. That some people are more equal than others.
How did we get an S rank when I got hit multiple times? So I get rewarded for mediocrity even though I literally got hit? Like, a good score in a game is based on how well you're playing the game. I got hit numerous times, and they were like, you played the game! S rank! Good job!
Does it bother anyone else that people keep referring to us as cute?
gosh.
Splinter's one thing, he's our dad.
I'm
But
tempted to
Bebop
just
and
skip the story
Rocksteady
from now
were
on, 'cause I'm just gonna,
intimidating
like,
ninja warriors, am I right?
My eyes are gonna get tired from rolling so much.
Truly. I don't know. I mean, April says I'm cute all the time.
Usually I don't like
feel
Lawnmower
like that's
Guy.
a good
Today I
sign.
don't mind.
Highway to
Sweet hum of
Friendship
Mm.
zone.
Okay, we have to skate across this. No, don't fall, Amber!
Whoops.
Supposed to skate!
I messed up.
Yeah, you died. But don't worry, you'll randomly come back in because reasons.
Oh, there we go. That's food. There's food.
Where?
Hamburgers.
Yeah, there's hamburgers. Pizza drops occasionally, but you have to jump on
I
these.
thought we were vegan or something. I got confused.
I mean, they're vegan in terms of the story, but the people who made the gameplay are completely different than the people who did the storyboards, so...
Oh, okay, so
You probably had a wacko consultant group, and then you had somebody that actually grew up with Ninja Turtles, and they're like, yeah, pizza slices, all this other stuff in the game.
With
People wrote
pepperoni.
the story. We're vegan!
Oh my gosh, it reminds me
Why
of,
aren't they picking up tofu?
It reminds me of when, like, Scooby-Doo, like, the actor wanted Scooby-Doo and Shaggy to eat all vegan food.
Yeah, Casey Kasem at the end of his life demanded that Shaggy be a vegan, and then when they recast Shaggy, Shaggy was back to normal.
Yeah, because
Okay,
it kind of
okay.
changed the character when he did that because,
Okay.
wow, the guy is like literally, I can't, I'm gonna wait for you.
I'm trying to do it, it won't let me. Oh, okay, so you have to be right next to it and press... Well, never mind, you don't need to worry about it. Only one person needs to activate it.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of changed the character of Scooby-Doo because the whole point of Scooby-Doo and Shaggy was they would eat anything that was put in front of them.
Yep.
And then when they made themselves vegan, it was like, I'll eat anything but soy or milk or
Right,
cheese
right.
or meat or, you know, any kind of gluten bun. So it's like, so you won't actually eat anything put in front of you at this point. So your character is completely different now.
Where are we supposed to go?
Yeah.
Do you see where we're... If they want us up on top of the rooftop...
I think this is just an item we had to get. I think we go back down.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we have to go back down this way.
Back down where?
I think we just have to figure it out.
I mean, we might be able to drop down.
Yeah, I think we just go down here.
Oh, okay, I was overthinking it.
There they are.
Yeah, don't let the story throw you off.
Oh man, they're
I'm just
rabble-rousing the
ignoring it.
newbies.
We can't let them destroy city property.
We can't let the city assume that everyone is robbers. We're all peaceful, promise.
Except for these people.
Except for these,
we're gonna
these
kill
ones.
them.
Yeah, these people are bad.
Wait.
All mutants are equal except for some of them. We're gonna kill them.
So when did this game become Frogger now? This is
oh
what
my
happens.
god, is the window open?
No, the window's not open. He's I don't even know what he's doing. Isn't it October?
It's literally right next to our window, and there's like no grass outside.
I don't know. Maybe it's God. God's like, hey, you have to put up with a lot right now, so we're just gonna have random lawnmower guy come right up to your door, blaring his. Can you guys hear that? We don't have dynamic microphones, so you should be able to hear lawnmower guy outside.
Oh, you're saying is helping you out by just droning out the game?
It's distracting me from thinking about how cringy the story is,
okay.
yeah.
It could be.
Okay, so if I don't follow the arrow exactly, I can't move forward. See, now it's like the 2003
Sabrettes.
Ninja Turtles game.
There's a Sabret stand.
So when it...
pizza.
Pizza time. Not vegan pizza either, that was cheese pizza.
I don't even know how you would... Oh, I guess there is vegan cheese.
Yeah, whatever. Go Lawnmower Man!
It really looks like there's pepperoni on that pizza, though.
There is pepperoni on that pizza. So, like I said, the people who did the gameplay didn't pay attention to the wackos who wrote the script.
This is exhausting. How much can they run? You need to train more. I can make you a training plan.
Guys, you are losing track of Bebop and Rocksteady. Get on with it.
I thought Bebop and Rocksteady are our friends. What the heck is going on? Now that they're bosses? Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, it's a shame because the gameplay is actually good, but the story is bonkers. Like, it's probably one of the worst Ninja Turtle stories I've ever seen in a video game. It's just so bizarre, but the gameplay is good.
I think in their mind they thought the story was good.
No, because even people in our chat who are like...
I think they thought the story was good.
People in our chat are rolling their eyes. They think the story is stupid too. The gameplay is good, though.
I think the story of, like, let's make a rec room where we can work together with humans and show that we're real people. I think that's kind of like, wow, that's like kind of a lame story. Like, I mean, maybe that would be like a fun, like, after you fight bad guys and you learn to like each other, and then that's like an ending cutscene, like, oh, and at the end of it, they made a nice rec room where everyone can hang out together. The end. But, like, if it's the main part of the story, that's kind of weird.
That'd be like if basically this game is if they take the Spider-Man 2018, like, Feast Center and they make it the entire focus of the game.
Yeah, that's
right. What they did.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's the exactly what you said.
I mean, they're teenagers. What would have been interesting is, you know, their friend April's a YouTuber. They could have gone around the city doing heroic acts to help build up her YouTube cred.
I think it would have been more fun if, like, part of the story was actually rescuing.
Oops.
Like, if we rescued a kitten from a tree and then we, you know, fought off a bad guy that was trying to hurt an old lady, and, like, if we actually fought people to help people, like, and rescue people, I think that would have been more exciting.
Wait, isn't Baxter Stockman in this universe? Why can't they have robot Mousers?
Yeah.
Like, if they don't want to do robot ninjas because it's not PC enough, and, you know, if they're going with a theme, why not have Mousers?
I don't know.
I mean, Mousers are a staple.
Yeah, I think
if the movie is anything like this game's story, I don't want to watch it.
I don't think the movie is this bad.
Like, if they... I mean, it's done by Seth Rogen, though. Just like the first, like, season of He-Man was, like, propaganda trash. The second season was good, but nobody watched it because He-Man fans were like, there's no way we're watching, you know, the second season from Kevin Smith. And it, you know, did terrible because nobody watched it. But the thing is, the second season improved. Because the people who owned He-Man were like, hang on a second, you need to do this, this, and this.
Keep an eye on that.
Kevin Smith's like, my creativity. But it was a better show when he didn't have his weird, wacko Hollywood mumbo-jumbo nonsense added to it. So, you know. And it makes me mad because the gameplay of this game is actually pretty good. Like, for a Ninja Turtles, like, two-player thing, there's no slowdown with 2 players. The gameplay is very pick-up-and-play friendly, outside of, like, the counter system is kind of wonky. We're not having any issues with, like, controls or anything like that, playing 2 players. We can both see what's going on. We can tell which character we are because it says P1, P2, you know. The skill tree is decent. The characters actually get stronger based on the buffs that you do to your characters. Some of the, like, call-in super moves are lame, but for the most part, the core aspect of the game, which is hack and slash, is good. It's just the story is made for wackos. And that just tears down the game. Like, that takes the game from, like, an 8 to, like, a 6 for me.
I mean, I think I think I know some people that probably this story, like, they would be like, wow, this story is revolutionary. Like,
yeah, somebody at Starbucks would appreciate this story,
like,
because
I think I had a cousin growing up, and she kind of, like, you know, like, I remember building, like, we had to build this warship, and the guns, like, accidentally got snapped off of the warship, so we couldn't put them on. And she was like, I remember she said, and I haven't seen my cousin for a long time, but I remember she said something to me, like, I was, like, a younger kid at this point. She was older, like 20, and I remember she said to me, like, she goes, well, those are horrible weapons of war designed by, you know, she's like, men design those. And she's like, we don't need those on our warship. And I'm thinking, I think we do, because we're gonna get destroyed by the other warship if we don't have guns to defend ourselves. Like, but I just remember, like, that would be the kind of person that would like this game.
That's bad.
I mean, I thought the game looked really fun, you know, from the trailer stuff that I saw. They didn't show any of the... They really hid the story from the trailers. Because it just looked like a pretty basic, like, Turtles beat-em-up game.
Yeah.
And it's got this hidden, like, propaganda to it that's just disturbing. Like, I don't know. This is our first boss, it looks like. Some type of hippo lady. Oh, never mind.
Whoops.
I was like,
first boss.
First boss. Nope. It's just an enemy.
First large enemy.
It's an enemy party. The gameplay is good. It's wait, that's it?
S rank.
But everything is S rank.
Satisfactory.
Looks like Bebop and Rocksteady disappeared.
At least we headed off more bad press for the Mubies.
Yeah, but the trail's gone cold.
Maybe this is a good moment to sit back and let them come to us. Knowing how those two operate, they won't stay disappeared for long.
I could use a break, actually. I'm pretty mad about school getting taken away from us. Wrestling club was a great way to blow off steam.
Yo, there's a pool at Toby's Coexisting Center. Might I suggest some lap swimming to quell that rage?
A little bit of rage is useful. But yeah, I think I'll head down there.
It's tech therapy for me. Moss has been bugging me to take his new drone for a spin.
And I can work on my monologue. Got a minute, Leo? I can use some feedback.
I guess.
Thanks for jumping on the grenade.
We appreciate you, fearless leader.
That was cool.
Wasn't that hard.
Wasn't it?
Okay, so that was known as Mall Madness. The chapter's over.
So people think this is, like, kind of the same type of gameplay as a Persona game, one of the Persona games.
I wouldn't say Persona's a beat 'em up though. I mean, it's more a hack and slash. It's not really a beat 'em up. It's more like a hack and slash game.
Maybe there are aspects of this like one of the Persona games, but I don't know. Most of the Persona game, I mean, the ones that we've played a couple of them, but I don't know.
Guys, I think I found them! Thelma and Louise, but Rhino and Pig. Wish I thought of that headline. Total clickbait.
Where are you seeing that?
Fellow journalist-influencer broke the story.
So what'd they do, rob a bank?
They boosted a bunch of gear from an electronics store in Brooklyn.
What happened to showing the city how law-abiding us mutants are?
Anyone know a good spin doctor?
I know a guy, though he also does headshots and Reiki. Is that a red flag?
Let's head over to that store and see if we can find any clues as to what they're up to.
I knew it!
Did he say Reiki?
So the mutants are robbing stuff now, and they're like, that's bad PR for us. And And then Mikey's like, yeah, I know a guy that could give us a good spin. It's like, oh my gosh, stealing is wrong. Just say stealing is wrong. You... Oh my gosh. These people are delinquents. They are trying to teach kids to be delinquents. This is insane. They justified stealing. What the actual... Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, I think that would not have flied in the 80s. Like, if the Turtles stole something, I feel like Splinter would have been like, okay, you guys needed this part for your machine. You guys stole it, and you guys were doing the right thing, but what you did was wrong, in the wrong means to get that. So you're going to need to give that part back and do the right thing. And they would have said, yes, Master Splinter. And they would have done the right thing. They would have been able to earn the money a different way to get it. And I think Splinter would have taught them to earn it.
Our modern society is screwed.
I think I think the old Splinter would have told them.
Why is there a slow jam coming from the couch cushions?
That's Leo's custom text tone for April.
There's my phone. Huh. April's asking if we'll crew for her
Does
show.
no one have morality
She wants to do a story
anymore?
about
I mean, these
ladies
are supposed to be
volunteering in the
moral
community.
characters.
Honey,
I'm typically
it's
more
just
of an
this one
on-camera
name.
guy,
Everyone else
but
in
for
the
a
chat has
feel-good story about
morality, and
mutants
everyone in the
giving
world.
back to the city,
It's just Seth
I'm
Rogen
willing to
is
direct.
crazy.
If by direct you mean hold a reflector and literally say nothing, job's yours.
I'll see you all on location.
Just because one crazy person makes a weird game doesn't mean everyone doesn't have morality anymore.
Oh, I know. There's better incarnations
It's
of Ninja
just-
Turtles than this.
It's just Seth Rogen's version is weird because
he's delusional and nuts. Yeah, I know.
I'm just trying to ignore it and just enjoy the game.
Okay, so let's do more of your skill tree. What character are you going to be playing as again? You want to keep with Donnie or you want somebody else?
I mean, I'll try Mikey next and just show him off.
Oh my gosh. Mikey becomes faster a brief moment after the nunchuck stops spinning. And I think that's it for the skill tree, actually. The skill tree is very basic. I thought there was going to be like other upgrades to it, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, so I guess I'll do Leo next. Because I thought that was going to be like, okay, level 2 upgrade. But no. Upgrades unlocked. Backflip. Leo doing a double jump, perform circular slash. Oh, okay, there is another tier. Alright, that's good. This one is called Quick Moves Forward to perform a powerful cut with both katanas. I'm just tempted to skip the story because it's just making me so angry. Powerful forward kick, depending on their... I might.
You're player 1, you're allowed to skip the story if you really want to.
I don't want to like be a distributor of propaganda. Because I mean, it's making me angry. Raphael,
It's not the only weird game we've played.
Actually, this Suicide Squad was weird, but this is actually kind of worse because they're literally targeting kids. Like this
Do you think the gameplay is better than the 2007 game, says Battle Guy?
Which 2007 Ninja Turtles game are you talking about? There's been a lot of Turtles games since 07.
You mean the...
Are you talking about the TMNT 07 like movie game? I would say the gameplay is better than that,
One
yeah.
of my favorites was the Wii game with the TMNT Booyakasha Turtles.
The 2012 Turtles?
Oh,
yeah.
That was one of my favorite ones we played.
Yeah,
I really
this is not
enjoyed,
better than that.
I really liked that one a lot.
If you're going by that benchmark, the 2012 like Ninja Turtles Wii game is better than this. Also made by Nickelodeon. This is better than the 2007 TMNT movie game on GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. This is better, gameplay-wise. Story is trash. Gameplay is good. Which it's sad that the story has marred the game so much for me, because the gameplay is actually pretty solid. It's got a decent skill tree. It's fun to play with 2 players.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone's like, Amber, it's bad. I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, if,
Now perform
you
a
know,
forward
if
slash
I had
or
teenage kids that were playing this game, yeah, like some of you guys are saying, like, people should play this with an adult nearby to explain to them things, because it's like, yeah, I think that, because, I mean, if I had a teenage kid that was playing this, I think I would have to explain to them, like, they're telling you in this game, if you steal something, you can just put a good spin on it, and then you'll be fine.
This game's not for teenagers. This game is for, like, E for everyone. So they're actually teaching children.
But I would tell my kids, like, you won't be fine. Like, even if you put a good spin on it, you could still go to juvenile detention or jail. Like, you might still go to, like, you can't. And even if you don't go to jail, it's still wrong to steal from somebody else. Like, even if you get away with it, it's still wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you still took something from somebody else. Like, you can get, I mean, I even see on the news all the time that, like, teenagers or kids that are just turning 18 or 20, like, they go to jail and they didn't think they were going to go to jail because they were just used to getting away with stuff. And it's like, at some point, like, maybe you'll get away with it 3, 4, 5 times, but at some point it will catch up to you. Like, you will probably end up getting punished for it at some point. Like, you can't get away with it forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe someone will give you a break several times, but eventually, if you do steal stuff, you are going to be punished for it. Like, no matter who you are, no matter how many, you know, you can say, oh, I'm this, or, you know, I have this hard life, or this is where I come from, or something. And, if, you know, people might give you a break for a while, but then after a while, you'll eventually will catch up to you. So, yeah, I would not let my kid think that you could just steal and then you'll be completely fine, because you'll have to have consequences.
Yeah. Seth Rogen should be fired, and he should be tried for putting in propaganda. Like, this is straight up propaganda. It's funny because they make fun of 80s kids all the time because we had moral lessons. What they teach kids now is immorality, and they think that's cool. It's like, it's cool to teach people bad things, whereas good moral lessons that were like, don't do drugs, don't steal, don't, you know, talk to strangers, all the stuff that was instilled in us as 80s and 90s kids is considered bad, but delinquency, you know, theft, hurting people, all this other stuff, which is immoral, is considered good now. Or what they're trying to push in Hollywood is the opposite of morality.
I think they think, like, oh, we're going to tell kids it's fine, it's no big deal. And then kids are like, yeah, we're so much cooler than 80s kids. We know this is no big deal. But in reality, they may think that's cool, but then eventually that will catch up to them. The problem with Seth Rogen and these people is they think that, like, you know, maybe a 10-year-old playing this game or something is, you know, gonna just be like, oh yeah, I'm so cool, I'm stealing and I'm learning from this game that it's completely fine. But then once they get to 17, 18 years old, that's gonna actually be in their mind, in the back of their mind, and they may do something wrong and think they're gonna get away with it, and it's gonna ruin their life, because, like, these life lessons they're learning at 10, 11, 12 years old playing games like this are gonna affect them later in their life. So, you know, I agree, like, what Seth Rogen is doing, or whatever, or whoever made this game, like, yeah,
it's the opposite of normalcy.
It is gonna influence kids. Even if you think, like, oh, I'm making kids more relaxed, like, they're not having to worry about things as much, you're not really making them more relaxed, because the problem is everyone has to follow the law at some point. Like, you can't be 40 years old and a juvenile delinquent and smashing windows in people's houses. Eventually, you have to realize you can't be doing that kind of stuff. You're going to have to pay the consequences. Everyone has to grow up sometime. So it's better to learn it early on in life, you know, right and wrong. Otherwise, it's going to hit you really hard, you know. You don't want to learn right and wrong when you're sitting in jail. It's better to learn it when you're sitting on your couch.
You have to hit plus.
You know?
So if the game is going to lecture you, then we're going to lecture you. That's how it's going to work. That's how we're going to counterbalance this. Because if they're going to put propaganda in your head, we're actually going to teach you guys what's right and wrong. That's how we're going to do this. That's how it's going to go. All right, factory recall.
Store's this way.
Still can't believe they burgled a mom and pop. Not a great look.
I've always noticed that we keep fighting the same type of enemy types. There's no change. Like, it's still these weird, like, flying enemies, and, like, what do you call it? What is it? It's a crab, right? With the weird shell thing on it.
Yeah.
Like, by now in a Ninja Turtles game, there would be a variety of people that would fight. Like, you'd have, like, the punks with the weird mohawks and whatever. And you would have different variations of, like, foot robots. And all kinds of stuff. It's the same type of enemies over and over and over and over. Now they just added like a different thing to the crab.
How much is this game again?
This game they're charging $50 for. Actually, it might even be $60. I don't know.
At least $50.
Yeah, something like that. But when you get to the actual gameplay of the game, it's actually pretty decent.
So I think you're right. I think two different people designed. They probably had a narrative director that designed the story, and then the people that actually designed the game
are people that actually played Ninja Turtles games.
I think if they had just fired the narrative director of this game, I think this game would have been perfectly fine. And then they just had the people that, if the people that actually made this part of the gameplay,
you have to come with me so we can move.
Whoops, thought I was on vibrate.
Hey, why is that your text tone for April?
Because it's our song, I guess.
Does she know it's your song?
It was playing on the radio during our first date.
You mean the time you accidentally bumped into her at the bodega?
I had just texted that I was hankering for a BEC. She knows my favorite corner store.
Oh, Leo likes April. That's right.
Literally, your character just sat down on the ground waiting until the dialogue finished. Yeah, I would be very curious. I'm going to do some digging. I think a consultant agency worked on this game. I think... I don't necessarily think it was SBI, but there's at least like 4 consulting agencies in America.
I find out that every game company now has a narrative director. So you make a game, and you're like, okay, we're gonna have a bunch of teenagers. They're gonna sit around and have burgers, and then they're gonna beat up bad guys. Wait. Okay, we're gonna change this, and this. They're not gonna have burgers. It's gonna be vegan tofu sandwiches. They're not gonna beat up bad guys. They're gonna make a recreation center and make a motto. And, they're not going to be hanging out, and having fun. They're going to be like, learning to, make the world a better place by planting a tree. So they take the fun out. They take the
I don't have a problem with planting a tree.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, that, that's what they're going to like. Yeah, I don't mind planting a tree, but I'm just saying.
I'll get you.
What I'm saying is they'll probably change the whole game.
Hey, how come we don't have
their
custom
narrative
textures?
Well, yeah,
make it less fun. That's what
I
usually
was
the narrative
wondering why you
does.
seemed so gassed.
This game was written by one of those wackos on Twitter, but the people who actually made the gameplay are people that grew up playing the Ninja Turtles games,
like the
because I can
is
tell.
Fine. Yeah, without the story cutscenes, the gameplay is actually good fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you just skip the cutscenes, the game's fine.
That's what I'm trying to just stick.
Because the Turtles aren't reinstilling everything that's happening in the story, they're just doing, like, brother banter.
Yeah, they're just hanging.
They're basically, like, razzing on Leo for his crush on April, though, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I think if they just cut out the... Like, you wouldn't even need cutscenes. Like, you could just play this game without any cutscenes at all. It would be completely fine. Like... That's how games were when we were younger. There were no cutscenes.
Well, Ninja Turtles games just got to what they were doing.
My dudes! Hondo! What are you doing here?
Soaking in this glorious drop from New York City's hottest new street artist.
You mean the graffiti?
Isn't it amazing? The use of chiaroscuro? Mwah!
You should get out of here, man. This place is dangerous.
Art is forged in conflict, Raphael. Something your namesake would understand. If I wanted bourgeois art, I'd be at the Met right now. Which, speaking of, we should totally go to the Met. There's an awesome exhibit featuring 19th century German oil painting.
It'll have to be a rain check, Mondo. We're literally mid-combat.
Don't let life pass you by without appreciating art, my dudes. Ciao.
Yeah, the classic TMNT games did have, like, the same type of, like, enemy thing, but at the same time, you had different colors to the Foot Clan. You had different, like, variety types of, different, like, punks. So you had, like, the punkers that were kind of thin. You had the big, like, brute-like punkers. You had punkers that used weapons. The only type of enemies that we're running into are, in this game, like, weird bees, crabs, occasionally a... What was that? A hippo? And one other thing.
Yeah, but also you have to remember, on the NES and the arcade machines, that was very limited graphics, so they had to have similar enemies, like, Today you could have whatever enemies you wanted. The possibilities are endless. You could keep... I mean, for today's standards, there's not that many different kinds of enemies. Back in the day, yeah, you wouldn't have that many kind of enemies because the graphic capabilities were not as good as today.
Not there!
That's why they changed the color up.
Well, no, even the 3D games that they're talking about, like the 2007 Ninja Turtles game, which this heavily borrows from, like it's we'll say gameplay mechanics, because you could argue that the 2007 Ninja Turtles game was kind of like an action hack and slash game, kind of like the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time stuff.
We did it!
Yeah.
This game is like a hack and slash that is inspired by the TMNT Out of the Shadows, the Manhattan game, a little bit of the 2007 Ninja Turtles game, but I would say the 2007 Ninja Turtles game was more like a Sands of Time ripoff, kind of, because there was a lot of wall running and parkour elements in those games, which was a core aspect of the Prince of Persia games. There was a lot of free running. So the 2007 Ninja Turtles game, and even the Manhattan one and Out of the Shadows, kind of had that free running mechanic.
Okay, here we are.
This game is straight up like hack and slash. With especially when you bring two players in, because the camera goes down to like more of a top-down look, as opposed to when I was playing single player by myself, the camera was behind me.
Oh yeah, so now it's
Kind of, yeah. And the gameplay is great. Like I would, you know, for two players, I think it's really good. Actually, it's fun. It's just like it's hard to not pay attention to the brainwashing story. That's all. This stuff that the Turtles are talking about here in game is fine, because you know they're just talking about, you know,
we should clean up these
people
raiders.
doing this kind of stuff.
Friday's the worst time of the year to shop.
You know, stopping crime, beating up bad guys, razzing on Leonardo for his one-sided crush on April, talking about what they're going to eat for dinner, that kind of stuff. That's very Ninja Turtles-like.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
See, there now we have the hippo enemy again. Does this say R2 or R1?
Oh, I don't know what
I think it's R2.
Donnie, show your move.
You called in Donnie for an assist.
Oh, whoops.
That's fine. I mean, he's just gonna drop boxes in. It'll bring you like pizza, and it might do like some buff attacks, but I don't think you really need it.
Yeah. Well, I'm having fun. I think it's pretty good.
The gameplay's fun.
Honestly, yeah, without the cutscenes, the game is really fun. I can't hear the music very well in the background.
The music is not like so that. See, I got hit a lot. Like, how can they just keep distributing?
Okay,
S
coast
ranks?
is clear.
Hey, you guys seeing this?
You're still here? I thought we
I
told you to
mean,
hang
I was
back.
like hit like a lot.
Aren't you glad I didn't? Have a look.
Yeah.
Whose account is this?
Be Steady. It's Bebop and Rocksteady's DJ name.
Wait, they're in a band?
Oh yeah, dudes. It's actually pretty fresh. It's kind of like trance meets R&B. Perfect for an extended sketching sesh.
Looks like they just posted a new reel.
They think us mutants are a nuisance now? Huh. They ain't heard nothing yet.
Join us for the first stop in the Be Steady Arena Tour. Or don't! You'll be able to hear us all the way from the Tappan Zee to the Verrazano.
So they're planning a loud concert?
Yo, check out Street View on my phone. Compare the picture of the storefront to the actual storefront. What's missing?
A dozen enormous speakers?
I recognize those amps. That's enough decibels to make an entire borough feel like they've got front row seats. So that's Bebop and Rocksteady's grandiose act of protest. Overwhelmed 311 with noise complaints. If they perform at top volume, they could actually create a sonic boom. That would shatter every window within earshot.
They could go to jail. We have to stop them.
Concert date and location are in the bio.
Looks like we have a little bit of time to kill.
Come by my gallery at the Coexisting Center. There's something I have to show you guys.
That was cool.
So let me get this straight. It's not about them getting back the stolen merchandise. They don't care about the stolen speakers. They have to go stop Bebop and Rocksteady from basically breaking windows from a concert because they could go to jail for that. It's like...
Wouldn't...
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think you'd be more likely to go to jail from actually
Stealing the speakers.
purposely stealing something instead of accidentally causing damage.
Oh my god.
If you accidentally cause someone damage, you might have to pay for the damage eventually, but you might not actually go to jail for that. Whereas actually stealing something, you probably would go to jail for that. That's interesting. Yeah, this logic doesn't...
There is no...
The logic
it's a flawed
doesn't
logic.
make any sense.
Leonardo!
These people who wrote the story live in, like, la-la delusional land.
Comfy. If you fall asleep during a real fight, the enemy will take advantage. Draw on your face with magic marker.
Are these 4 a.m. dojo sessions still necessary, Dad?
Yeah, we got real enemies now.
We don't want to tire ourselves out before actual combat.
I've already taken your stamina into consideration. That is why today we will do battle using only our minds.
Like, role-playing?
Whoa.
Finally.
That is a weird
Should I run to my room and grab Bernard's
No,
bestiary?
it's not. They're not trying
Your
to do Jackie.
day-to-day opponents can serve as inspiration.
So what? We're supposed to
Jackie actually
daydream
has a
about
younger
newbies?
sounding voice.
I will lead a guided
Like, he still
meditation.
sounds... Whoever they
You
got to play
boys
Splinter
have
here
fought
sounds
well
like
these
way
battles,
older.
But you can't get complacent. You must imagine unusual enemy tactics. So when they happen for real, you're ready.
I get it. Mental reps.
Now, close your eyes. Let your physical surroundings melt away. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo.
They make the father figure look like he's a total idiot. Well, the good news is, Splintered Fate has new DLC that's coming that's free. There's a free update coming to Splintered Fate, the roguelike Ninja Turtles game that we did earlier this year. It'll be coming out in either November or December. And they're going to feature 2 brand new characters as well as another story aspect. So the really good Ninja Turtles voice actors and challenging gameplay will be back, and we'll be covering that. Somebody was asking, do you guys know anything about the Power Rangers game? The Power Rangers had a massive auction where everyone is reeling from that, and Power Rangers fans are kind of like coping with the loss of the Power Rangers brand. The developers behind the Power Rangers game basically reinstilled hope that the game is coming out this year, but they have no release date. You know, when people ask them, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? They're like, soon. And another person they replied to, they said, Lord Zed knows the date. So they're probably aiming for November or December, but it's not a concrete release date. If we don't see it by like the probably first week of November or get a proper release date, I'm telling you guys, based as someone who was a game journalist for like a decade, you probably won't see the game until early 2025. So if you want a Hasbro beat 'em up game to play, the G.I. Joe game, which is decent, came out on Steam about like 3 weeks ago. And I think you have like a couple beat 'em ups that are coming out before Power Rangers. But Power Rangers is still slated. It's just not guaranteed it's coming out yet. They're working on it. Probably the holdup is Hasbro. Likely. And whoever you want to
Alright, I can try to play as Raph.
Okay, you're doing Raph? Alright, here we go. What was the name of this episode, though? Like this next part of the game?
Yeah, I don't think Jackie Chan should have taken that role of basically making fun of himself as himself.
I don't think he was aware of how weird the script was going to be.
Yeah.
But I've heard he's actually furious after the movie aired. I still haven't seen the
I
movie.
would have been.
Imagine a never-ending onslaught of newbies.
What is this?
I feel bad nunchucking these dudes, even for make-believe.
You must defeat them all before the rescue helicopter arrives.
Okay, I'm picturing this. You guys?
Yep, we're surrounded.
Stingers everywhere.
Really? I'm seeing tons of those trash crabs.
That works too.
Is the Karate Kid Rumbles game worth playing?
I'm setting a timer.
You mean the Karate Kid game we covered? Amber and I had a mixed reaction with that game.
Let's go.
It's worth playing if you really like the Karate Kid. If you really like it, but be warned that the hit detection on that game is very bad.
we
But
still have each other.
if you
Every
upgrade your
civilization
character
depends upon
Dude,
a
why are you
lot,
yelling? I'm literally sitting right next to you.
then
Yeah,
you
can we skip
then you'll
the
have
imaginary sick reps? I'm
basically
kinda
if you
motivated by the idea of crawling
I'll wait
back
till
to
they're
the
done.
bed.
No, you're fine. Who cares?
I'm gonna
Just
dream
keep
up
going.
some more
Okay,
appreciative
so let me explain the Karate Kid game in my opinion. If you start and you play the game from start to finish on level 1 where you haven't upgraded your character, you will rage quit and be like screaming at the TV. If you go and you do a bunch of those like training exercises where you catch the fly and the chopsticks over and over again to upgrade your character until you're like pretty upgraded, then you can probably get through it and you probably won't notice that much of it. Because even though the hit detection is really bad, you won't notice it because you'll be so upgraded it won't even matter.
I was almost dead. It gave me an S rank.
So
time.
What is going on?
yeah, like
They didn't
done,
stand a
everybody.
chance.
it's like you can play the Karate Kid game as long as you remember to upgrade your character before you go through it the whole way. You will be pretty medium, so it will be satisfactory for you. If you do not upgrade your character and you play the Karate Kid, you will be rage quitting the game because it is broken. But if you upgrade your character, it will be half broken and you can still have fun playing it.
Yeah, to sum up, Amber enjoyed the G.I. Joe game we played more. She thought it was more fun, the characters moved faster, and it was just it was a better experience than the Karate Kid game. There's a lot of grinding involved. A lot. So the levels are locked behind like character growth, like there's no skill tree, but you have to increase your character stats in order to move forward, because playing the game on normal, you're going to get smoked once you reach, I think, the first big boss. Like, Amber and I played the game on normal until we reached Johnny at the tournament. So the end of the first Karate Kid movie, and he decimated us. So then we had to go back and replay the levels on an easier difficulty in order to, like, level up. And then for the most of the game, we had to play on easy, and then we had to go back and play the game again on normal just to beat the final boss of Karate Kid 3. So, I mean, whereas the G.I. Joe game was a straight shot all the way through, we beat the game. It was, it's a shorter experience. It's only $20, I think. And it's better than the Karate Kid game. That's my 2 cents on that.
I mean...
Hey, where's the helicopter?
I see it.
Get to the chopper.
Can't read his lips, even though he's getting smaller and smaller. He says we can eat his leftover pad thai since he won't be around to enjoy it.
That is a hero right there.
Jerks.
So, can you feel your brains getting bigger?
It is kind of helpful to think through different scenarios.
That's why I've been saying we should
Took
play
them long
Mazes
enough.
and Monsters.
I know you boys are overprogrammed teenagers now, but whenever you have the chance, come down to the dojo for more guided meditation.
Dojo challenges.
I was waiting for them to start DDoSing us, because, I mean, this game is up their MO. Somebody was asking how this game is. The gameplay is good. Co-op is good. The story is Hollywood propaganda. Like, 2020's everything is bad is good. Opposite, like, thinking. So, they don't chastise stealing. They're more concerned about holding marches, political marches, working at coexisting centers, and they have problems beating up their fellow mutants, even though the mutants are doing crimes. And Master Splinter is an absolute idiot, and the Turtles don't respect him, and the Turtles are basically Teenage Mutant Ninja Hipster Turtles. So, I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, cool. As someone who's been a fan of Ninja Turtles since '87, the story is, as you kids call it, super cringe. It's really bad. Some of the Turtles' voices are mismatched. Leonardo is fine. Donatello is fine. Raphael and Michelangelo voice actors should have swapped roles. Mikey is also, like, probably someone who's super illegal because he has ties to organized crime, which he's been hinting at this entire time, like, oh, they stole something, well, I know somebody who we could spin this another way. So they're making, like, basically, like, Michelangelo, instead of being the fun-loving, you know, wisecracking brother who's very jokey. He's literally has ties to criminals, and that's the joke. But the gameplay is solid. It's got challenge mode. 2-player works well. Skill tree's fun. Story is trash. Voice actors are meh. And the gameplay is solid. Like, if you want a better Turtles experience, you can't go better than Shredder's Revenge, or even, if you really want a challenging Turtles game, Splintered Fate. Honestly.
I mean...
The mental aspect of ninjutsu eclipses the physical.
Into the Panda Part 3.
Classic. Let's rewatch it tonight.
No.
No, you don't want me to say it? Okay.
No, let's get to our skill tree, and then we'll continue more of the... What just happened?
Guys, I'm gonna do a podcast.
We are not turning our closet into a recording studio again.
This one's legit. We're actually recording at the Coexisting Center. Remember the AV store Bebop and Rocksteady stole from? Turns out the owner's son has a show where he interviews local heroes.
So why did he reach out to you?
Aren't the 4 of us technically co-heroes?
Yeah, but I'm the only one with an agent.
Wait, you have an agent?
Yep,
Who?
Genghis.
Genghis Frog is your agent?
He's very proactive. He's been pinning up my headshot at coffee shop corkboards all over town.
Sounds like he's
No
30
further
years old.
questions, please.
Just some advice based on our ill-fated Pizza Underground podcast. Breathe. The editor needs places to cut.
Cut? I'm gonna be dropping pure gold.
Oh, boy.
Did you just catch what they just slipped in? I'm gonna explain it because they're trying to make people
It's like
stupid.
Subliminal message.
There's another subliminal message they just popped into this thing. So Michelangelo just dropped the fact that the Bebop and Rocksteady stole from a store where the owner's son has a podcast. So basically they're implying it's okay that Bebop and Rocksteady stole those speakers from that small business because that small business is cool with it. So, you know, I'm going on their podcast to talk about, you know, coexisting with humans and all this other stuff. So they're doing everything they can to try to, like, subliminally tell kids. This is what propaganda looks like. They're using subliminal messaging and subtle ways of speaking to be like, stealing is fine because the owner is cool with it. So, you know, we just have to stop Bebop and Rocksteady. Nothing about returning the speakers, nothing about all this other stuff. So Mikey's going to go on a podcast, you know, by the owner's son of the store that was just jacked. I mean, this you can't say this isn't propaganda. This is 100% liberal propaganda. 100%. Like, this isn't center. This isn't nothing. This is immoral. This is 100% immoral. 100%. Like, you can't underline this. You cannot. If you are brain dead, you can agree with this. But if you are a moral, rational person, this should upset you. This should infuriate you, and you should not let your kids play this. 100%. Like, this is just beyond Hollywood cringe.
Yeah, and like someone was saying that, you know, like, well, some kids play Grand Theft Auto and they don't end up robbing places because everyone knows that that's Grand Theft Auto. They know that's a crime because it's clearly said it's a crime. This game is different because it's making it like...
This game is excusing crime.
When you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you're, like, shooting people and stuff, it's very clear in that game that the police are coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
In this game, they're trying to imply that when you commit a crime, that there's no problem with it. So this game is actually more dangerous to play than Grand Theft Auto because you're actually blurring... especially if you're, you know, under, like, 17 playing it because... You know, all these subliminal messages in the game are, like, literally trying to tell you that committing a crime will have no consequences. And that could...
Yeah, just get the owner to be okay with it, and it's fine.
That literally will mess you up because, you know, not every owner is going to be okay with it. every time you steal from your neighbor, they're not always going to be okay with it. You may actually end up going to jail, even if you know the person you stole from. Just because you know them doesn't mean you're not going to go to jail. Like, they're literally telling you incorrect statements that are going to ruin your life if you start to believe some of these things.
Yeah, like we said, if the game lectures you, we're gonna lecture you. We're gonna lecture you the right way. Because we actually care about you guys. This game's like, screw you guys. We want you to be, like, horrible members of society. We don't want you to be members of society. Rebel against society, because society has wronged you somehow.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue. This game's gonna make me drink. Headbanger. I don't even know what we're doing here. We can just write propaganda. Stealing is okay. Question mark. This is why consultant agencies are literally the cancer of the video game industry, is because I feel bad, because the people who made this game, the gameplay, they actually did a great job. Like the hub missions, the very easy to explain like skill tree, the gameplay. There was a lot of love and attention by Turtles fans that went into this game, and then they probably gave the story off to a narrative director and a consultant group, and they just dumped all over it with their ideology. I've never seen this in a game that's labeled E for everyone. Now, M-rated games and T-rated games, sure, but like literally a game that has bright, colorful characters, like they are targeting children with this type of thinking. It's disturbing and terrifying.
Well, I mean, even if you didn't go to jail and you stole from your friend or somebody you knew, like say you guys and gals had a friend and they took something of yours, like you had a really cool like video game or something. They went to your house and they took it from you and stole it. They never gave it back. And then you were going to call the cops. You were going to try to figure out who stole your thing. Then your friend said, oh yeah, I took it. But you're cool with it, right? Because I'm your friend. Are you giving it back? No, I'm not. I stole it from you. Haha. And I'm not going to give it back. Even if that friend got away with stealing your video game, they would still be a complete jerk for taking your stuff. Even if you didn't press charges,
let's put a stop to that.
they're still a horrible person
I'm
for taking your stuff.
This particular
Just because
will shatter
you
all
know
windows in a
someone
10-block
doesn't mean you
radius.
can take
Yeah,
their stuff.
it's already bad enough with all the
'Cause
Mubi
it's
ruckus
mean.
around here.
Yeah, but
Can't have
the
more
thing
rules
is,
breaking
like,
things.
how did this game fly under the radar? Like, none of the drama channels are talking about this. Like, this is worse than, you know, some of their things that they talk about, how the video game industry is doing this and that. This is literally doing all the things that they clickbait and say, you need to watch out for this. This game is doing that, and no one is talking about it.
Yeah, and the drama channels were all over that Anna game, Anna and Family game, because they said it was targeting. But anyways,
I'm just saying, like, these news channels don't even do their job. Like,
they're just in it for clicks.
well, of course they're just in there for rage bait and stuff like that. But the things to actually warn people, this game is something that people should know about.
They're not there to warn. Those rage.
I know, they're just there to make money.
Those rage channels aren't there to help anyone. We are here to
Not
help
so fast.
people. We're not really here to help people. We're just stating the obvious. Most people in the chat and watching this video already know.
Well, that's because we have common sense. Like, common sense is not lost on us.
We're not trying to rage bait anyone. We're just explaining in case, you know, in case there happens to be people that don't know or might not understand.
Hey, the way I look at it, if the game is going to preach immoral things, I'm going to preach moral things.
I will say,
because it gives me an opportunity to.
You know,
if they didn't want me to talk about this stuff, they
almost
shouldn't have
in Bebop
included
and
it in their
Rocksteady's
game,
concert.
because it goes both
I
ways.
think I can actually
The dialogue
feel
goes
them
both
warming
ways.
up.
Not good. We're still a few blocks away.
it's really rude though because
These newbies seem particularly jazzed.
Let's clear our way to the stadium fast so we can prevent that sonic boom.
and let's think of a better way they could have handled the situation if they needed the speakers and they knew the person. Here's an idea. Go ask them to borrow the speakers. ask permission like a normal person.
My question is, like, based on the story of this game, it's making me not want to watch the new movie that came out. Like, is the new movie, like, filled with Seth Rogen propaganda, or is it actually good?
It probably is a little bit. I'm guessing it's probably 30% of... They probably just cranked it up to 11 and everything. But remember, Seth Rogen was gonna put some weird stuff, his ideas, into Donkey Kong originally in the Mario movie, and they told him...
Yeah, Nintendo stood up to him. Yeah.
Nintendo said, no, we're not going to add some weird stuff. You can just voice the character of Donkey Kong. You're not allowed to...
Yeah, I heard about that. Seth Rogen wanted... Every level that we played, and even before you joined, I was getting S ranks, even though I'm literally becoming like a turtle pinata to people. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Later Gator says the movie's not like the story of this game. Okay,
Well,
that's good.
good.
That's good to know.
Let's end
So
the
they
show.
met. So they probably just ruined the game. It's probably just a consulting agency that messed up the game.
Probably the narrative director. If I saw what they looked like on Twitter, it would probably very easily explain what happened. Oh, that one Turtles game that came out earlier this year, the short beat 'em up, that arcade game based on the 2012 Ninja Turtles.
The narrative director probably has a...
Boy. What is this?
I don't know.
Oh, this is the graffiti thing you take pictures of, and I don't know, something
That's a
happens with that.
masterpiece.
I don't know.
Creepy. It's like a bug rat.
It like unlocks something. I don't know.
But no, I mean, like, I don't know what the narrative director looks like.
Hang on. We're being heavily DDoS now. So we're outside of the venue where Bebop and Rocksteady are. So one thing I have noticed when playing with two players, though, is you can't move forward unless the other character moves forward with you.
Okay. Oops. Okay.
It's okay. The amount of, like, freedom that they give the players is very limited when you actually bring another player into it. Usually you can at least run up a little bit. They, like, make it so you're kind of frozen in place.
Oh, there's Bebop and Rocksteady's concert.
There they are!
I mean, yeah, they're right.
And look, Ray's the front man.
What? Ray, what are you doing up there? Why didn't you tell us this is what Bebop and Rocksteady were planning?
Is it me, or does he just sing his name to avoid the tough questions?
Bebop! Rocksteady! You guys have to unplug!
I see that as more of a mid-career move.
Yeah, besides, you don't want to hear Bebop without auto-tune.
Says the rhino who never lets me sit in the mix chair.
You broke the last two chairs!
That a big joke? Cause you ain't exactly a twig.
Guys, you have to shut it down! Your DJ set is gonna shatter every single window in a 3-block radius!
If the city won't have us,
we'll tear it all
Oh
down!
my gosh.
What did he say?
What's come over you two? You're leaving us without a choice.
Let's settle this in the mosh pit.
Okay. So context to what Bebop and Rocksteady are saying. They just asked them nicely to shut the music down. And typical with that group of people, if you tell them to do something, you're like, no, we're not going to do it. We're just going to burn it all down. So basically, we asked them nicely not to do something. Unplug, stop what you're doing. You're going to cause harm to people.
Oh,
and they're like,
right.
no, we're going to do it anyway because the city won't accept us, blah, blah, blah. All that nonsense. activist nonsense. Whatever. But people are assuring me, Luke, the movie is not like this. So this is definitely the work of some crazy, like, game narrative director. Most likely. Because remember, the people who do the gameplay, like, they actually code the gameplay and stuff like that, they're not paying attention to the story of the game. As we learned with Rocksteady's, like, Suicide Squad, there were people that worked on the game, they were like, I wasn't aware what was happening with the story because my job was to program the combat or, you know, this or that. It's not like people were super aware of everything. So, the team was obviously divided when they made this game. People spent some good time making good gameplay and all this other stuff, and other people wanted to interject nonsense. It's very common for games in 2020. Western games in 2020.
Yeah.
If they give us an S rank when literally you're almost dead,
Okay, let's be careful here.
I leveled up all of Mikey and the other characters. Thing. Raphael Shuriken attack. Actually curious to see if we die for once. So he does have an attack pattern. He shoots a laser at you, plus he does, it looks like he drops his, grenades.
That was a little too much.
Oh my gosh, Mikey died.
Whoops, I died.
Maybe we finally will get an S
S
rank.
I guess I'm testing out the game to see if we get an S rank.
Yeah. Oh, so the super move only works where Leonardo is. So if I call in a super move, I have to be near. Oops, I died. Blah! There we go.
Oops, we both died. I guess we didn't get an S rank now.
Nope, no S rank, death rank.
Wait, that's not how it happened. Let's try that one more time.
Game over. Retry. Retry. It's a Turtles game. It should be very Ninja Turtles-esque. Not whatever some weirdo with man buns in Hollywood thinks that people should be teaching kids. I'm just saying. You don't like that kind of stuff? Don't put it in. That's how it works. It's very simple.
That's not funny.
And I love these people. It's like when you call them out, they're like, "Oh, I'm a victim." It's like, no, you're the moron who. It's like just because you have somebody call you out on your nonsense doesn't mean that quote unquote being harassed or anything. You can't take the heat. Don't be in the kitchen.
Peace.
I don't think we gave anyone any heat.
No, I'm just any type of criticism they consider hate and all kinds of stuff. They're a bunch of weirdos. You have no idea half the stuff I have to say.
I'm just trying to figure out how to beat this guy.
You just dodge him when he's chasing after you. You can only really hit him when his head is stuck into the wall. The hard part is actually fighting Bebop, because Bebop has a very large area of attack when you're actually trying to, you know, get up close and personal and attack him. As far as I know, Rocksteady does not have a move where he surrounds himself with an energy wave. So as long as he's dazed like this, you can continue to hammer him. You just have to watch out for when the grenades come on the ground.
Leo, give me a hand.
You activated a super move. Now, the super moves are activated only if the turtle is in the area. So if you activate a super move when the Ninja Turtle is not near an enemy, it does nothing. So that's something to consider. Now, this is a harder fight coming up because Bebop actually has a way to defend himself after being hit once or twice. He's going to shoot like a force field around his body. So not only does he have like a nasty laser to attack you, but he can also defend himself like that.
Okay, let's be careful here.
So he has grenades, he has lasers. As far as I know, you can't attack him when the laser's... Yes, you can. So when his laser's out, you can attack him from behind. Area attack. I'm gonna shoot the laser. Woof. Shoot the laser, shoot the laser. There it is. So when he shoots the laser, you can actually attack him. There you go.
This one was good in my room.
So I would recommend the first character that we beat is Bebop from this group, because it's going to be very hard to dodge Rocksteady's charging attack. Bebop is the one that is nasty because of his laser attack. So he needs to be the priority person that we attack. It's very easy to get out of the way of Rocksteady's like rolling charge. But Bebop has that nasty, like, long-range weapon attack.
I'm sorry, but this song is a total banger.
It's a great fighter.
Wait till they singing like the Lemons do.
Mikey's gotta be in his deepest bag during a villainous act.
It's okay, they're doing fine. They, like, increase the difficulty significantly. But you see how Rocksteady just constantly attacks with, like, a charging thing? It's really easy to get out of the way. Okay, I don't know why the camera's being all messed up now. Like, I can't actually rock Bebop. Alright, I got Bebop. Now it's just all me and Rocksteady, which is crazy. Ouch. Oh wait, he didn't hit the wall. I can't see if he hit the wall because of the way the graphics look. There we go, now he did. Whoa!
Oh my god.
Got him. As long as we don't have to fight the Ray, we should be good.
Ray Fillet? Don't make us hurt you too, Ray. Sorry, guys. I only get paid if I do the whole set.
That's some gig economy realness right there.
We could use another hand hauling 600 pounds of large veterinary animal back to the sewers. Ray Fillet!
Is that a yes?
That was cool.
Wasn't it?
I don't even understand what happened.
Okay, we defeated Bebop and Rocksteady, and we're leaving. We're not returning the stolen merchandise. We're not even worried about the speakers, and we're just taking Bebop and Rocksteady back to the sewers and basically tell them, hey, it was cool that you wanted to hold a concert, but they're not going to reprimand them. I bet you they're not going to reprimand them at all. Just about the noise pollution. I think that's the only thing they're going to talk about. Let's see if I'm right. Because there's no right or wrong anymore.
Where are we?
Wait, how did we get...
Turtles?
You know, you're lucky it's us and not the cops.
What were you guys thinking with that concert?
I wasn't thinking. I was having big feelings.
See? Feelings.
I lost all impulse.
My feelings made me do it.
So you guys were like, in a trance?
Trance is a dirty word for us techno-purists.
But yeah, definitely felt out of body.
Is it the heat? Here, have a sip of water.
Don't mind if I do. Are you trying to kill me with this stuff?
Whoa, whoa!
Wait, I'm okay, I'm okay. I felt it coming on again, but got it under control.
You felt out of control as soon as you drank that water?
Now that you mention it, I have been trying to stay extra hydrated these past few weeks. But after each glass I pounded, I felt worse.
This sounds insane, but could there be something in the water making you crazy? If that were the case, Ray would be crazy too. As far as we know, Ray's still Ray. Right, Ray?
Ray?
See? Normal.
Hold up. Ray wasn't drinking from the tap.
That's right. Nothing but canned seltzer for this guy. It's in his rider.
Apparently the bubbles are good for his laryngitis.
Laryngitis? I didn't realize you were performing that often, Ray.
Are you kidding me? He's a sensation down at the aquarium. Sometimes 2-3 bar mitzvahs a day.
It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Guys, I'm strongly feeling like we should test the city's water. Could be carrying some kind of chemical that's, like, affecting mutants' brains.
That would also explain why the newbies showed up all "we come in peace." But now they're all "take me to your leader."
Agreed. Starting tomorrow, we pursue the water angle.
Okay, I need to talk about this. Oh, after April's news story.
It's been about a week since the city implemented neighborhood-based curfews, and people are starting to lose patience. Cut New Yorkers off from their bagels with 2 schmears and their spicy fish tacos, they're gonna be cranky. We've even started to see the rise of anti-mutant groups. But is it the mutants' own fault that they're causing chaos? Or is something in the water making them act that way? Last night, our Karate Turtles put a stop to an illegal concert that nearly registered on the Richter scale. The band's frontmen, Bebop and Rocksteady, have since apologized, claiming that drinking New York City's tap water made them lose all control. While they atone for their disturbance by volunteering in the community, yours truly will be following the water story all the way to its source.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, at least there was some kind of consequence, I guess.
No, there was no consequences. They said they were sorry and their feelings made them
Our
do
New
it.
York City water sampling kit is ready to go.
Glad we found a use for all those Alpine Crush empties. Now where do we get our specimen?
We should go somewhere where the Mubies are coming into contact with the water.
Seems like they're really into the public pools.
Great to see a community resource get so much use.
Pool it is. But once we have the samples, who's gonna do the actual testing?
I've been texting with Cy Modi. He's the biochem grad student who runs STEM Club. Said he'd gladly run our samples through his liquid vapor separator.
Sounds fancy.
Sounds like a plan. All right, team, grab your towels. I'll see you poolside.
Okay, I'm doing 2 Paper Mario streams after this just to get my head out of this.
I understand some of you guys are saying that what Rocksteady and Bebop did was completely fine. I'm not gonna comment on that because I don't want to get into it. So if you believe that, then that's great for you, but you know, in the real world, that's not how life works.
No, and these guys are supposed to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are supposed to be heroes, and they completely glossed over everything they did. All they would have had to do in order to fix, you know, the crazy woke activists' nonsense is all they had to say. One of the turtles just had to say, "Hey, what you did was wrong. What were you thinking?" All they said is, "What were you guys thinking holding that concert?" There's no, "Hey, you ripped off that store, you made us look bad." None of that, because they cannot admit to when they do something wrong, because they don't do anything wrong. To them, right and wrong doesn't exist. Wrong has to do with what the law is, and that's, you know, bad. They can do whatever they want. There is no accountability, there's no self-reflection. These are not Ninja Turtles. These are hipsters. These are Teenage Mutant Hipster Turtles. Like, this is that type of social stuff that I completely 100% reject because it breeds anarchy, it breeds chaos, and there's no law-abiding aspect to it whatsoever. Like, this is... The fact that this literally, like, was under the radar with everybody, like, and there was nothing about the story. There's nothing in the press release about the story about this, by the way.
Let me explain to you how this logic of there's something in the water that made me do it doesn't work. Let me explain to you. If I had a gas leak in my house and I had a major headache, which I have had gas leaks in my house and I've had huge headaches, and certain things have made me go crazy, or like the cats are meowing, or there's neighbors pounding on the door, or whatever, or there's stressful people talking to me, or there's something in the water, stuff making me sick. I've had all that happen to me, and I have been stressed out, and I have thought about, you know, yelling at a neighbor or something, or doing something wrong.
You're taking too long to explain
What
this.
I'm saying is, just because something is causing you to act erratic, you still go to jail for acting erratic. You have to remove, as an adult, after you're at the age of 18, which Rocksteady and Bebop are, you need to remove yourself from that situation, and it is your own responsibility. If the water made you act erratic, It is your responsibility. You chose to drink the water. It is your responsibility. The law doesn't care. You cannot blame it on somebody else after you do the wrong thing and you break the law. This is not how modern society works. You cannot do that.
To sum up Amber's long explanation, if there's a gas leak in your house and then you go and try to rob a bank and you blame the fact that, oh, there was a gas leak in my house and I did this, you committed a wrong act. Even though something happened to you, it doesn't matter. So if Rocksteady were under the influence of some type of mutant water and they did bad things, they still did the bad things, and they need to be held accountable for them. That's it. So all you would have had to do in order to fix all the nonsense that the storytelling is doing, which is definitely by a narrative director, you can tell. I mean, this is obviously like some consultant agency was involved with this. There's no way you can say otherwise. The only way that you could have fixed this is if one of the turtles, any one of them, would have said, hey, you stealing that stuff was wrong and putting on the concert, you know. They don't say any of that, though. They just say, why were you doing the concert? Because they cannot bring up any type of wrongdoing whatsoever because it might hurt somebody's feelings. But anyway, guys and gals, that is going to do it for this episode. We're not going to be doing another Ninja Turtles until like 8 o'clock. It's going to be Mario for the rest of the thing.
I would much rather not do this game anymore. This game is very... It's just stressful because the game is just, it's just, like, not fun to play because of the way that they wrote the story. And they just kind of ruin the story.
Yeah, the fact that it's actually aimed towards kids, that's the problem, is because they're teaching kids propaganda. That's the problem. This is Seth Rogen nonsense all over it. Yeah. That's why we're upset about this.
Alright, well, we'll see you guys later today for Mario.
Yeah, Mario's going to be next. Ninja Turtles is not going to be till 8 o'clock because I'm not promoting this stuff until much later at night. But to sum up, the gameplay's good. The story's trash. The voice acting is okay. You know, 2-player works fine. But there are way better Ninja Turtles games than this one. All right, guys. God bless. Happy gaming. See you on Mario around 3:30, 3:45.